Stank a bit. Oh no. When we awoke, she said, "That was cozy." And I smiled at her. She was very tall, especially for an Asian girl. Almost a foot taller than me.
Wow.
With silky curled hair and tiny oval glasses. Then she said she had a snuggling bed at her place if we wanted to continue sleeping. I agreed. I thought she wanted to have sex. The whole walk home, my eyes were glossy at her, trying to hide my hard-on under my coat.
Brilliant.
But she really... But she really just wanted to sleep. It was late. Both of us worked the swing shift.
Oh my god.
We went into a studio apartment. The floor covered with laundry that insisted she was all clean, and stripped down to her shirts, underwear, and socks. She was right. It was definitely a comfortable bed. It was the biggest, fluffiest bed I've ever been in. She snuggled me like a teddy bear all night. We didn't even know each other's names, but it was one of the nicest moments I've ever spent with another person. The next morning, we introduced ourselves. "Steve," she said, hopping out of bed to the kitchen counter. I hate that name. I could see her coca nipples through her t-shirt. She must have taken her bra off sometime during the night. "Sorry," I said. "Haha," she said, eating Lucky Charms out of the box. "When do you want to do this again?" she asked me. I shrugged. "Tonight?" she said. I nodded, pulling on my pants. On the way out of the door, she said, "Meet you on the bus." For 3 weeks, we slept in the same bed together, and I didn't hear the fucking whispers from my vagina. How is it possible? We never had sex. We never kissed. We never took off more clothes than our pants. We just dreamed together. The conversations were brief. We didn't go on any dates. We didn't get to know each other. It was just the sleeping arrangement. To her, I was a stuffed animal with a heartbeat. But eventually we started to talk. I found out her favorite food was stuffed grape leaves, and her favorite films were all Russian. She was born in Thailand, but adopted by a wealthy African-American couple before she could walk, and that's probably why she still can't walk. And spent most of her life in an upscale. I threw that in there.
Nice.
That wasn't in the book.
Oh, of course not.
That
Of course
wasn't in the
not.
book.
Bit of ad lib there.
Anyway, and spent most of her life in an upscale suburb outside of LA. She spent 10 years at the university here in Portland, getting degrees in every subject she could acquire. She wasn't interested in a career, she just liked learning new things, she said. And that's what she said. And her parents paid for everything until she turned 30. That's when they cut her off and she had to drop out to get a job. Unfortunately, her degrees in philosophy, history, Russian, anthropology, psychology, and humanities were useless in the job market.
Jesus Christ.
What
So
page are you on?
I'm on page, what is this? 12. Holy shit.
Is that it?
Yeah,
How many pages are there?
Only 108
120.
more.
Oh
Fuck
my
off.
god. Jesus Christ, you're kidding me.
Keep reading.
Yeah,
Fucking
you gotta keep going now, boy.
Oh, damn it.
No,
Oh,
you
shit.
started.
Alright, okay. Where am I? So she worked at one of the hipster clothing stores downtown. Hipster, fancy. That's when she started. She decided her real passion in life was fashion design. And she'd been saving up her money to go back to school ever since. I never went to college, I told her. Never ever, she said. I was busy trying to be a musician. I sang and played guitar. I went to be like Beck or the guy from Soul Coughing. But after 10 years of going nowhere, I gave up. Crowds just didn't like me. Maybe it was because of my soothing voice. Nightclubs stopped booking me for shows. I kept playing. Yes? What's up?
Seems like
Awkward. I'm like, what are you reading?
An excerpt from Life, courtesy of Crusader.
No, I said no. You gotta go do it yourself. You gotta go do it yourself, or I'm gonna buy you a book from Mellick. Oh yeah. No. Oh come on, go do it yourself.
just once.
No, I did it
I'll
once.
break down.
No. I'll be back.
Oh.
Oh, just when it was getting
There
good.
you
Guess when it was getting good. Were you about to get the lotion out, were you?
No, it's already out. It was out when I heard Ghostly Vagina.
Oh, dude, stop.
Aborted super fetus fights back. He's a fetus growing in a womb of a whiny white trash whore of a mother. His problem, she wants to have him aborted. But what this bitch doesn't know is that she is infected with some mild-mannered developing human form. Heck no! This is super fetus. And he has an attitude. And he is determined to be born. Whether she likes it or not, doing push-ups in the womb day and night. Until he becomes amazingly buff, this little fetus is prepared to fight off onslaught of vacuums, tongs, coat hangers, and scalpels. Holy shit, this woman is crazy. Once that son of a bitch doctor comes for him, he'll be ready. A horrific, humorous romp with strange characters, stranger sex scenes, and one kick-ass, muscle-bound fetus.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, where was I before, Aniano?
Something of like Ghostly Vaginas.
I'm trying to find
Where
a
was
copy
it?
of the.
Eventually, we started to talk. Blah, 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 blah. Should I actually
What you
continue,
call it?
or should I just?
No, you're continuing, boy. I'm
What
not
was his
staying up
voice?
till
You started
fucking-
this, you
What's
have
his
to
voice
end
now?
it.
Yeah, it's 10 to 1 where I am, so fuck it, you're carrying on
Yeah,
now.
I'm in the
Fuck
same
this
place, bro. You know that.
I thought you were British, I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Okay. Crash just didn't like me. Nightclubs stopped booking me for shows. I kept playing my music at open mic night at Produce Rab and eventually quit. I got sick of the lack of applause. I got sick of people ignoring me, talking at their tablets like I wasn't even there. It was just a big waste of time. Did playing your music make you happy? She asked. Yes, I said. Then it wasn't a waste of time, she said. That's when I realized I was in love with her and that ghost pussy.
Sorry. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Never thought I'd hear anyone say that. I'm in love with her. And her what, sorry?
A ghost pussy.
Oh my god.
How could I? No.
Ah,
Continue, please.
Chapter
yes.
4. Chapter 4. I didn't realize she was in love with me for months after that. She always said I was cute and small, but that didn't prove anything. A terrier is also cute and small, but I wanted her to love me more than she'd loved a terrier. The day I found out she loved me was the first day we made love. That's right. We were walking in the park blocks down by the art museum, talking about music. She told me she wanted to build a theremin and start a band. I asked if I could be in her band. She said no. She wanted to play Sherbet and Debussy on the theremin. To give a theremin edition of Darth and Maiden, and how she wanted to incorporate it into a bondage performance. Despicable. As we were walking, we passed a grubby homeless man, probably 40 years old. He turned us on a little, sleeping on a park bench, shivering wet. I recognized him. His name was Donut, or at least I've heard his friends address him as Donut. Without thinking, I took off my coat and wrapped it around him. It was odd, because I haven't even given change to the homeless in years. When I first moved to Portland, I used to almost daily. If I had change, somebody asked for it, I would give it to them. But eventually, I stopped, mostly because I stopped using cash and I was paying for everything with a debit card. I didn't have any change to give away, but they kept asking, corner after corner, day after day. When I did have change to give, they wouldn't thank me for it. When I apologized for not having change, they would get pissed off and spit on my shoes. Donut happened to be the worst of them. He was a stocky black guy with bright orange sweater who strolled around Pioneer Square, you know, the real thug type who likes to break into houses. He wouldn't ask me for change outright. First, he would ask me if I had a problem with black people. I would say no. He would then ask me for money. Then I would give it to him. That was proof that I truly did not have a problem with black people. He would follow me for a block and ask for a little more. I would give him whatever I had, even $1 or $2. Then he'd ask for more. If I ever refused him, he would call me racist. He'd say, "Oh, I see. Now you're a skinhead. Well, sig, hail, skinhead." He continued yelling at me until I was 2 blocks away. Sig hail, skinhead." After a half-dozen confrontations like that, I avoided all interactions with the homeless. I didn't even make eye contact. But on that day, walking in the park blocks, I gave my $200 coat to Donut, the same homeless guy who would call me a racist for giving him money. I'm not sure why I did it. Maybe it's because I knew I would get the P after that. I didn't want to give him the coat, but after she saw me, well, there was the most common thing to do in the world. Stacy stopped me in the park, leaned down, and kissed me as deeply as she possibly could. And then she told me that she loved me with her shiny dark eyes. That night we made love, and the next thing I know, she was put a big fluffy bed into my place. All right. High five, anyone? No? Okay.
High five.
Not long after that, I ran into Donut again. He was still calling me a Nazi, wearing my $200 coat over his orange sweater. I couldn't stop smiling at him. He sig-hailed me all the way, and I just smiled back. I could tell it just pissed him off even more, because he threatened to beat the crap out of me. I was just so happy that morning that nothing could possibly bother me. Chapter 5. I hadn't had sex with Stacy for over a month now, but I'm still crazy for her. I still love everything about her. Her smell, the sound of her voice, is plural. She has unique ways of doing things that are so cute I want to cry. Like, this is the way she eats a burger from Carl Jr.'s. First, she'll wipe off all the mustard. Is he going to get to the chase anytime soon? Mustard, mayonnaise, and ketchup with a plastic button
Right.
and swirl it. and swirl it into a puddle on the burger's wrapper. Then she'll disassemble the burger and cut the buns into small squares. She'll stab a piece of the bun with a fork, then stab another ingredient, either a chunk of meat, some cheese, a pickle, a tomato, or lettuce. Then she'll swirl the food in the sauce and eat it. I like my food separated, she always say. I like to control the flavor. She does that with all her food. Pizza, burritos, sandwiches, lasagna, even curry stews. Incredibly cute. I also have a quirky way of eating. Whenever I take a bite of food, I never let my lips touch the eating utensil. I use my teeth. Stacy doesn't think it's cute though. She hates the sound of my teeth scraping against a metal fork. She always tells me to stop. Bitch. Other good things about her. This actually is like formed like a list now.
It really is.
It really is. She pets every animal she ever sees in public. She dances naked to Prince. What? She licks her glasses clean before she reads. She adores public transport. What? She adores public transport? This is a weird woman already. if the fucking ghost vagina wasn't weird enough. And gets excited whenever she sees a bus stop or the light rail. Gives tips to everyone, including cooks, bus drivers, fast food employees, and flight attendants, whether they are allowed to accept tips or not. Though she usually tips are pretty low, she calls water pouring from faucets waterfalls. She collects dollhouses. She plays with her eyelashes. Loves goldfish, and she likes to stare at them in their bowls, making fish faces at them, mimicking them when they open and close their mouths at her, as if to communicate. Like a fucking retard.
Does that actually say that?
No. The only thing...
Skip to chapter 6. Holy shit. It's better.
Okay, hold on. Where's chapter 6? Chapter 6. After a while, not having sex is taking its toll in our relationship. I don't see what the big deal is, she says. I'm just not comfortable with it. Oh wait, that's me. I'm just not comfortable with it, I say. I tell her we can do other things. Both of us are interested in giving anal sex, but neither of us are interested in receiving it. She's tried to strap on with me before, and it was far from pleasurable. I'm not going to do that again. Same goes with oral sex. We both like to receive it, but neither of us want to give it. Normally, we can compromise on oral. If I give it to her, she'll give it to me. Unfortunately, I'm not willing to go near a fucking vagina anymore. Not with my penis and not with my tongue. It's not like you have to stick your tongue inside of me, she says. You can just lick the glowworm. Glowworm is her pet name for clitoris.
Sorry. Jesus Christ.
On the outside, she says. But still, I say. I'll keep my legs closed, she says. You won't even hear it. Oh, God.
Christ
You won't
fucking
even
mighty.
hear.
I don't reply. Turns away from me and takes off her work clothes. As if I agreed, folding her glasses and putting them back in their case. Her movements are cold and mechanical. She must be pissed, giving me the silent treatment like the time I washed her white fuzzy coat wrong. All the time, she found pictures of my old girlfriends, and I wouldn't let her throw them out. On those occasions, she ignored me and locked herself in the bedroom. On this occasion, however, she wants to get intimate. She won't look me in the eyes as she unbuttons my shirt, pulls off my pants, picks me up, and turns me upside down. What?
What?
Damn.
Shit.
Strong.
She's a big woman.
Damn, girl.
Then plops us on the bed. I don't know how she's able to lift me. Much taller than me and weighs a bit more, but she's not muscular. She's soft and slender. Both of us are. In 69 position, it's a bit awkward. I'm on top this time and her legs are closed. I don't want to read the next bit.
No, do it.
Please
Do
do
it.
it.
I'll post it. Let me copy and paste
No,
it.
no, you're gonna read it.
Oh,
So I'm
jeez.
playing video games and I can't read right now.
Oh
My
my
tongue-
god, it's so good.
My tongue
reading
scratches
it
the
too?
wiry black
Yeah.
pubic hair while searching for her glowworm. I feel,
Just glowworm gets me every time. Who
I
the
feel
fuck
it-
would do that?
I
glowworm?
feel a bit
How-
safe with her thighs pressed together tightly, but my tongue has to dig between them to find the right spot. Stacy kisses the backs of my thighs. Because of my height, her mouth can't really reach my penis while I'm on top. But she kisses my legs and licks.
Like what?
It's what?
What does she lick?
Oh Jesus.
Go ahead.
Kisses my legs. I can't stop.
Read it.
Oh,
Breathe.
She kisses my legs and licks my ass. It's,
Oh my god.
it's not working, I say. As she nibbles, oh my god. As she nibbles on my scrotum, she lifts my ass and twists her neck until she can get beneath me and take my penis into her mouth. I mostly just feel teeth at first. Bad angle. Her front teeth dig into the skin, killing any sort of erection I almost had. Her legs part slightly. I'm able to find her clit and twirl my tongue around it. She's more wet than I expected. Must be horny as hell. I don't have to do much. She hasn't had sex for so long that riding a bicycle would probably give her an orgasm. She groans around my penis. I look back and see if she's making a fish face at me. Fish lips around my dick like she would make while looking into the goldfish bowl.
What the fuck?
I don't know if she's trying to be sexy with that face or what, but for some reason, it gives me a full erection. Maybe it's just exciting to see her beautiful tan lips wrapped around me. I go back to the glow worm.
Whoa.
God damn it.
I go back to
I'm sorry. Okay.
I go back to the glow worm and suck it into my mouth.
It gets better.
Oh my god.
Oh jeez. Oh god, I can't read it.
No,
Slap.
come on.
Say it.
Slapping it and the skin around it is deep into my mouth as it will stretch. Then I release it, then suck it again.
Oh God.
I do all that will rhythm. What? I do all that to the rhythm of her blowjob. And inside my mouth, I tickle it with my tongue, and the glowworm dances happily.
Why, God?
Stacy spreads her legs a little more. I don't know if it's on purpose or by accident. I can see the crack of her vagina completely now, staring up at me as I wake. There's a rumbling inside me. There's a rumbling inside of it, like a mild earthquake in the distance. The lips spread and her voice calls out to me. I lick Stacy as fast as I can, trying to get her to orgasm quickly so I can get away from her vagina. The voice grows louder. I struggle on top of her, but Stacy grips me by the waist so that I can't go anywhere and takes me deeper into her mouth. I close my eyes, forget the sights and sounds, just concentrate on the feelings. Concentrate on my flesh inside of Stacy's mouth. Concentrate on her flesh inside of my mouth. I'm getting close to orgasm. Stacy is too. I let my worries slide completely. Squeezes her thighs tightly together, preparing to come.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Something bumps inside her.
Oh
Something
God.
pushes at my chin, knocks the glowworm out of my lips. Pissed off, Stacy slaps the side of my ass as hard as she can. I continue. Her belly pushes against me, like there's something trying to move in her womb. The flesh balloons outwards. I try to ignore it. Stacy's doing something perfectly with her mouth. I don't feel her teeth at all, and she's able to take me all the way down. No way I'm going to stop her. Damn it, my TV will soon turn off by idle. Press something to keep it on. Jesus. Oh, ow.
Is this part of the story or?
Nope.
What the fuck?
It covered all the freaking text. I had to press button.
Oh
Say
God.
That would be the most normal thing in the whole fucking book so far.
So far, yes.
Right.
Where was I? There's no way I'm going to stop her. Her belly expands, lifting me up several inches. I think Stacy realizes something odd is going on too. But she can't stop either. She feels 9 months pregnant now.
Jesus.
Skin stretching to its limit. No, it keeps stretching. She's getting almost twice as pregnant. Stacy orgasms and jerks her head back, cries out against my asshole. What? Then puts me back in her mouth and whines as she sucks. Something is moving inside of her. I'm shifted side to side, but I'm so close. So close. I
Oh my
explode
God.
into her mouth as a hand comes out of the vagina. I shriek and jump backwards, landing on top of Stacy's scrolling down head. My penis shoved completely down her throat, coming inside her. She gags, choking, and shoves me off her. Oh my god, this is sick as fuck.
This is disgusting.
This is horrible. I hit the floor. Stacy
Oh.
coughs might come out of her lungs, and I look up at her. She coughs, mouth wide open, unable to say a word. She stands and examines her belly as it shuffles. Felt like it's filled with 1,000,000 cockroaches. Oh, it's grimy.
Oh.
And between her legs, A skeletal hand is reaching out of her. What the absolute fuck? Finally comes out of me. As I crawl away from her, Stacy just wrenches her body in amazement, and the hand clutches her leg and pulls. Another hand emerges and grabs her other thigh, trying to pull itself out of there. It then dawns on her. Yes, Stacy, this is actually happening to you. She looks at me with wide, dilated pupils, frightened of her own vagina.
Help! Sorry.
She says, her voice a soft croak. I leap to my feet and grab the skeletal hands away from her thighs. I have no idea what I think I'm doing. I pull on the skeletal arms and a skull pops out at me. Animated, clattering teeth. Stacy grabs onto the bed frame and I pull as hard as I can, ripping the skeleton halfway out. It throws me back, thrashes at Stacy and knocks her to the floor. I step watch.
Wait, can I ask a question? Is the skeleton half out of Fanny, or what?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
And knocked her to the ground?
Somehow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway, I watch as the skeletal figure, waist deep inside of my girlfriend, claws at the hardwood floor, crawling out from between her legs. Stacy is crying in panic now, her face bright red, her mouth drooling wide open, her eyes so squinty wet that she can't see anything anymore. Do something, she cries, but I don't know what to do. I pick up a turtle-shaped lamp and hit the skeleton with it. And the turtle's head pops off. I hit harder, then harder, until I find the right angle to break its skull. Scrolling down, I cut my hand on the shuttered lamp. Blood spills onto the corpse. It's still moving. Flesh begins to grow on its bones like moss, lightning fast. The lamp is in little pieces, and my blood is leaking everywhere. Stacy screams is rushing at me, but she's Asian. I don't know how she's speaking Russian at me. Sorry, angry profanities that I don't understand. Step away from the corpse. It is growing organs. Blood red balls fill up eye sockets of the skull, and the skeleton looks up at me. It releases a deep moan. I run to the corner of the room and pick up the nightstand, knocking clocks, glasses, a jar of coins all over the floor as I walk. The skull watches me, cries at me. I lower the nightstand onto its neck, then drop all of my weight on top of it. But I'm pretty fucking light since she just lifted me and turned me upside down a moment ago. I don't know how this would do anything to the skeleton, but continuing on. A loud crack. It stops moving. Stops moaning. I turn over the nightstand. Spinal cord has been severed. Its head crushed. Blue ink dribbling out of its mouth. Stacy whines, shrieks at the corpse, still halfway inside her. Her hands twitching inches away from it, wanting it out of her, but she doesn't want to touch it. I pull on the cords, but I only pull Stacy with it. She cries. I pull again. She just moves again. Hold on to the leg of the bed, damn it, I say, in the calmest possible hold on to the leg of the bed, I say, in the calmest possible voice I can.
Slight error there.
Slight error. She's hiccuping now, leaning back to hold the bed. Doesn't watch as I pull it out of her. Tug, she cries out. I cry as well, with my sliced open hand rubbing against the thing's ribcage. Once it slips all the way out, she leaps to her feet and runs out of the room. I look down at the body. It seems to be melting. Flesh turning blue, red, and orange, mucus. Bones melting into egg whites, crumbling into baking soda. I drape the big, fluffy blanket over his body and leave the room. We're going to have sex on it later. Scrolling down. Chapter 7.
Shit, we're at 7. How more fucked up can
Dude,
this thing get?
This is going to get... I just realized this is going to get extremely fucking fucked up because we're only on page 24.
Yup.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah.
Remember, he still has to go inside, too.
Wait, what?
God.
You're
Yeah, he
right.
climbs inside
He
of her
climbs
vagina.
inside
to
of
go
her
check it
vagina.
out.
Oh, spoiler
Yep.
alert.
That's in the freaking summary on the back of the book.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it. I've not read it.
Read
Do
it.
I,
That was
do I
the-
want to continue? Oh my god, this is getting
I
scarier
just think
and
we should have a
scarier.
moment in silence to just reflect on
Just
what we're doing
to-
here.
Hold on a second, okay? This dude met a freaky woman who's freaky deaky and gets excited at public transport. Weird already. has a ghost vagina that she thinks is normal, and a
Makes
skeleton
goldfish faces.
just fucking crawled out of it. What the hell?
And yes,
I
her
have to
ghost
pee.
vagina.
What do I?
I mean, I was about to like piss myself and I was laughing so fucking hard.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
just
really
saying.
cried it several times. Not gonna lie. It's
Oh my god! I've
you know, I
never
can't
read
find
anything
a
so
better
fucked
thing to
up.
do on a Monday night. Listen to this. Sorry, Tuesday morning at 1:10.
Any morning at 1:10.
Yeah. Oh, fuck a duck. This
Oops,
is-
maybe I should stop recording this one.
Are you? You're the one recording.
Maybe.
Jesus Christ.
Oh dear.
Why are you recording?
Yeah. Who is
Because
gonna listen
hilarious.
to this? Huh?
I don't know. I'm gonna post this shit on YouTube. Huh?
He's
Huh?
recording
What?
again.
User in this channel started recording.
We're giggling at
What?
that now, Jesus
Huh?
Christ.
Because Stacy's standing in the corner of the living room, behind the couch, covering herself with the curtain. Doesn't realize that the people walking on the sidewalk outside can see her new backside. Let's go for a drink, I tell her. She nods her head and goes for her purse, digging through its contents, not looking for anything in particular. I get her some pants and t-shirts from the hamper in the laundry room. Here, I say. Sniffles and puts her purse down, then gets dressed. Strangely, she's come out of it unscathed. My hand is still bleeding everywhere. I can't feel much pain, but I'm gonna dip it into a pint of bitter and that should help it. Must be in shock. But her stomach has flattened back to normal. No stretch marks, no tearing of her vagina, not that I've inspected somehow now that she's completely fully dressed and we're outside. I don't know how I know that she's got no tearing of the vagina. Some claw marks are on her inner thighs, but they're just white scratches. Claws just barely broke the skin. I bandage up my wound and put on the smelly, crusty clothes. We go into the garage and slip on some junky old tennis shoes that we were planning to give to the Salvation Army. Ready? I ask, wiping away her tears. She doesn't hear me. Busy examining a spiderweb that recently formed inside the doorway of one of her old dollhouses, and you guys thought I was going to say vagina. We go to the Kennedy School across town. It's an old elementary school that was bought by a brewing company. All of the classrooms have been turned into bars, restaurants, tobacco lounges, and hotel rooms, not to mention brothels that I've visited a few times. Stacy's not a big fan of all the breweries in Portland. She just doesn't like beer at all. Bars drinking cocktails at the Pearl District. But I love breweries. I need a very strong brewery beer right now. I'm also thinking she's not in a condition to go back home tonight. We can just stay in one of the school's guest rooms. She doesn't speak to me for a couple of hours. In the Cypress room at Kennedy School, I feed her screwdrivers with freshly squeezed orange juice, and I drink the Sunflower IPA. I try to ask her questions, try to learn more about how the heck a man-sized creature could crawl out of her vagina, where the heck that thing came from, and how long has this all been going on? But she doesn't know. She tells me everything that has to do with her haunted insides. She tells me that ever since she was a little kid, she's heard noises coming from inside her. She thought it was normal. Her parents never noticed, or pretended not to notice. When she was 6 years old, for a few months, she had an imaginary friend who used to come out of her vagina to play with her. Another little girl, about her age. Paper white skin and funny, slimy horns on her head. She doesn't remember much of that from that time, but had always assumed the girl was just her imagination. Maybe she thought, how did she squeeze a girl her size out of her vagina? Never mind. She thought, maybe it was just her young mind giving form to the voices she heard coming from inside her. Now she's not so sure. When she was a sophomore in high school, she realized that her vagina was different from other girls' vaginas because she inspected all the other girls' vaginas at the school, apparently. Her first love was a girl named What? Okay, she's bisexual. Okay, a girl named Charlie. who was a nerdy freshman who always spoke in a fake French accent. The first time, they were naked together, giggling and scared. Stacy's vagina called out to Charlie and knocked the French accent right out of her voice. That is fucked up, the girl said. Stacy didn't understand. She tried to get close to her, but Charlie pushed her back. Don't touch me, the girl said. And they never spoke to each other again.
Jesus Christ, that's... Fuck it out.
She stayed away from girls after that. Made friends with guys, but most high school guys always wanted to get into her pants. So she only hung out with the Dungeons and Dragons skater kids, who were nice and somewhat fun. But most importantly, they were way too shy to solicit sex from her. In college, she ended up getting drunk and sleeping with some wannabe beat English poet major. She warned him about having a haunted vagina, but that only turned him on. After they screwed, he said it was the most amazing thing he'd ever done. They dated for a while, and he worshipped her vagina. What? He told all of his friends about her and would even have them listen to the voices through her pants.
What?
All of them thought she was brilliant. She brought magic into their world. It was proof that their drunken philosophical discussions about rebellion against reality were somewhat correct. And when she got bored of her boyfriend, she moved on to one of his friends. And when she got bored with him, she moved on to another. All of them treated her like a goddess. She stayed in the college until she was nearly 30, becoming something of a legend on campus. Near the end of her college years, she started going to goth parties and charging money to all the little goth boys and girls, nearly 8 to 10 years younger than her, for the chance of getting to listen to the vagina for a few minutes. Interesting. There would be little lines out the door to see her. Eventually, a rumor went around that it was all fake. She just had some kind of wireless speaker inside of her, playing tape-recorded noises. Nobody believed her after that. She was no longer dating any of the college kids, as they were all so young. So she was the one who had gotten intimate enough with her to back up her story. And she didn't really care to prove it to them. A few guys still paid to listen to the vagina, but once she realized they were all doing it just to rub the sides of their heads between her legs, she stopped doing it completely. That's all the information she had for me. It all seemed harmless to her before. Just something that made her unique and special. Never been scared of it. She might have been scared that people would find out about it as a teenager, but never scared what might be lurking inside her. Doing screwdriver after screwdriver until she can barely walk, and that's when I pounce. Kidding, that's not in there. We're drunkenly relaxed, wandering through the halls of the school/brewery, staring at all the murals of scary dancing children with the faces of 80-year-old dolls. What? Is that dolls or olds? 80-year-olds. Why can I not read? I go to the... Are you reading it as well?
Yes.
Are you reading it as I read it? Oh.
Yeah. You are the fucking narrating this shit, man.
I go
am
to the
too.
front desk. Oh, you're reading it as well? My
Yeah.
No. I'm kind of half on damnroll.com, so...
I go to the front desk and get us a room. We're going to stay here tonight, I tell Stacy. Waves at me, leaning her head back with her eyes closed and a dumb smile on her. I get a picture of Hammerhead from the movie theater, which used to be the school's auditorium, and I take my giant drunken girlfriend into the room.
God, he calls her giant.
I continue drinking, fidgeting with my hand wound that finally stopped bleeding and started hurting. Sitting in a chair next to the chalkboard. The room was once a classroom. They left the chalkboards on the walls, for some reason. Employees have drawn flowers on the board with red and yellow chalk. The words, "Welcome to Kennedy's School," written in girly cursive. Stacy sits on the edge of the bed next to me and tries some of my beer, then spits it back into the glass. "Yuck," she says. "I wanted the raspberry beer." "Didn't say you wanted anything," I tell her. "I want the raspberry." "You want me to get you some?" She nods her head sloppily against her shoulder. Okay, you little dog, I'll get another picture, you. Scrolling down. Chapter 10. I decide... Oh, fuck, we're in chapter 10? Okay. I decide to get her a 22-ounce bottle of ruby at the front desk rather than a picture. The school has gotten pretty quiet. The restaurant is closed. Just a few minutes before beer o'clock. Looking at the old pictures of the wars on the school when it first opened decades ago. Little monochrome children kneeling in the dirt, holding their school projects. A few of those same old projects are a few feet away, behind glass, crudely painted birdhouses. I wonder about all of those kids. Most of them must be dead now. The birdhouses like ghosts they all left behind, probably hiding in their vagina. I get back to the room. Steve, Stacy calls out as I open the door. I turn the corner. Her pants are off and she's probing her vagina with her arm, almost all the way up to her elbow. What are you doing? I ask. She laughs at me. Look, she says, pulling her vaginal lips open. They are stretchy like rubber. And she laughs hysterically. I chuckle too, in a nervous kind of way. I didn't know I could do that before. She lets the lips go and they slap back into place. Her head wobbles at me. She's way too drunk. I hide her beer behind the bed. I take her hands away from her vagina and try to put her pants back on. No, she says, kicking her pants away. Daisy! She laughs at me. I try to put her pants back on, but she just kicks and laughs. Then she sits up and looks at me. I want you to look inside, she says. I snicker, like it was a joke. I can't see for myself, she says. I want you to tell me what it looks like from in there. If you can see ghosts. I look up at her cute brown eyes, and I can't tell her no. About to climb into a woman's vagina, and I can't tell her no. I must be fucking insane. She leans back on the bed and stretches out her vagina lips again. The hole is big enough to fit a football through.
Damn.
God damn.
Fucking hell. I bend down and look inside. See anything? She asks. No, I say. Just the fleshy cavity. Stacy spreads her lips out farther. I help her, pushing her labia apart, peering in. The hole might be wide at the opening, but it shrinks to the size of a pea only inches within. I dig my hand inside, but my hands are a bit dry and abrasive. Ow, she says. She builds spit in her mouth and then rubs it inside of her as a quick lubricant. Getting fucked up. I slide my hand.
Now you think it's getting pretty fucked up?
Well, this is getting really fucked up.
No. It was fucked up from the moment the voices
No,
came
the
out
next
of the
two
vagina.
sentences are the best.
Yeah.
I slide my hands in, both of them. I'd spread the flesh apart as wide as I can. It stretches to about a basketball width.
God damn.
Jeez.
Damn. I
Holy
look
Swiss
within.
cheese.
There's a pin of light deep inside her. Maybe a reflection of the lamp against a pool of moisture? No. It's some kind of light. What do you think it is? I ask. Maybe it's the ghost, she says. No, I don't think so. It's just some kind of light. Yes?
Is that someone talking to him?
Probably. It's just the random ass interruptions. Oh, I can't wait to put this on YouTube.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
God, are you gonna put this on YouTube?
Oh yeah. The Ghost Vagina, as narrated by Crusader.
Oh.
It will be glorious.
Well, do you know what? I've got quite a good question you could throw out there. What would you prefer to read, this or Twilight? Now that's a fucking question.
Actually, I think you should read 50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Grey.
Like an actual, like, normal book.
To be fair, that seems like a fucking kids compared to this.
I know, right?
Jesus Christ. Fucking hell.
Like, that's child's play compared to all this jazz. Like, no joke. Shit's rated G to what we're reading. Oh boy.
Yeah, you gotta put a disclaimer. You gotta get him to do
You
a
fucking
disclaimer
jerks,
voice.
dude. You guys jerks, man. You're making me laugh my head off when I'm trying to speak to someone whispering in my ears.
Oh shit, if we'd known that, I would have said so much worse. Yeah, but are you
A
gonna
disclaimer?
are
What
you gonna-
disclaimer?
Well, if you're saying all this shit like a basketball-sized vagina, I think people need to be warned about it. Just saying.
Warning. This novel will contain adult materials. Yes?
Oh, awkward.
I love it. It is hilarious.
Basketball vaginas.
Oh god, it's so wrong.
Skeleton funny.
There's still like, let's see, 70, 82. A lot of these pages are kind of short.
Yeah, the whole goldfish thing now seems pretty normal. Just throwing it out there.
53
Don't give a fuck about
chapters.
Hmm?
There are 54 chapters.
What chapter are we on to now?
10?
On 10. Fucking hell. But whoever wrote this book is a fucking wanker.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Basketball vaginas. Where was I? Where are we? Where am I? No.
There's a light in the fanny.
Thank you for summing that up. It didn't help me find my line.
There's a candlelight in the clunge, so...
Anything, blah, blah, blah. Ow, she says, maybe it's good, some kind of light. Okay.
Yep.
Stacy, let's go.
That was just like the tape was on fast forward then.
Do you think no? She's out there. Ow, she says, anything is like it. Maybe like Stacy, let's go for Olivia and retrieve the beer that I had from her. She cracks it open again against the edge of the table and takes a chug. I drink a pint from my pitcher. We sip our drinks in silence for a while. The more Stacy drinks, the more sober she becomes. The more I drink, the more retarded I become. And it actually says that.
No, it doesn't really.
Yes, it does.
Oh, it does.
Chapter 11. I want you to go in there, Daisy tells me, calmer than she has been all night. I don't know what she means at first. My mind is lost in a game of solitaire.
Casually playing solitaire in her fanny or something. What?
I don't know what he's doing it, but he's doing well. I can't just forget about this and get on with the rest of my life, she says. I've got to find out what's going on in there. What do you want me to do about it? That skeleton thing was almost bigger than you, she says. If it could fit through there, then you can fit. What? I think my vagina is a gateway to another dimension. That light you saw must be the light at the end of the tunnel, and the entrance to another world. I'm not going in there! I laugh at her. Steve says, holding my knee. You have to. I can't possibly figure out what's going on without your help. I chug the last of my beer, snickering. There's no way I'm agreeing to that.
Like that's
If you
just
love
the line,
me-
is it now?
If you love me, she says, you'll do it.
Wow.
She's
What a
completely
bitch.
serious. Looking at me like this is the ultimate test of our love. If I don't climb into her vagina, she will leave me for somebody who will. Who the fuck will climb into her vagina? I don't know, but I'm gonna do it anyway. My voice is shaky. I can't. Please, she says, angry-faced at me, gripping my knee as if to hurt me. Stand up and go to the bathroom. She follows. All you have to do is crawl to the end of the tunnel and look out, she says to me while I'm urinating. Then come right back and tell me what you see. Nothing will happen to you, I promise. Just as far as the light, I ask. Yes, she nearly screams to reply at me. Sorry. Yes! She nearly screams to reply at me. I'll finish pissing and flush the toilet. I'll give it a try, I tell her. For you. She closes her eyes and nods her head at me. Oh my god, this is getting unspeakable. I don't even want to know what happens.
I think you do.
I do and I don't. I kind of want it to fast forward in my mind so I know what happens, but I don't want to live it.
Mentally prepare yourself.
Yes.
For what you've got to say. Unspeakable things.
Oh, jeez. Daisy tries taking off my shirt. What are you doing? I ask. You'll go in easier without your clothes on. I shake my head at her, but allow her to remove my clothes. For some reason, she takes off all her clothes, too. The fuck is this? This isn't going to work, I say. That thing was supernatural. I'm not. We'll make it work, she says. What if I suffocate? What if you stop being stretchy once I'm in there? She says, leading me to the bed. It's going to work, you'll see. She climbed onto the bed and lies on her back, staring at me with her cold, dark eyes. She spreads her legs like she wants me to fuck her. Then she masturbates. Do you think this is hot or something? I ask. Bites her lip. I need to moisten up. I let out a laugh. I'm so drunk I could actually believe this is going to happen.
I can't believe I'm still fucking listening.
Then she pulls her lips as wide as she can, about 14 inches.
What the fuck?
Fuck!
Her hips pop out of joint like the jaws of a snake opening up for its prey.
What?
Come on, she says. She's so wet that she can't hold onto the sides very well. They keep slipping out of her fingers. I crawl onto the bed in front of her and kiss her. Tongue smells supperly. I make a fin with my hand and slide that in first, then my other hand, and separate her opening as wide as I can. I look up at her, but I don't know how. She doesn't say anything, just licks her trembling lips. I notice that I am also trembling, my hands shaking, like the first time I had sex. If I get claustrophobic, I'm coming back out, I tell her. She pushes my face down into her crotch, like she does when she wants oral sex. I push my arms through up the elbows, sorry. I can see them moving inside of her belly. Then I put the top of my head into the opening and push. Daisy cries out and begins masturbating again whilst I'm halfway inside of her. What the hell? Wow. Wow, that is disturbing.
Holy shit.
I can feel her fingers against the back of my head. I don't know if it turned her on or my scratchy hair is hurting her and she needs more lubrication. I push again. She cries out again. It's impossible. Stuck. I shove again. I don't budge an inch. I pull out. What? Stacy says. It's not working, I say. Yes, it will. There's no way, I tell her. This is going to happen, whether you like it or not. Not giving up for anything. Takes scissors out of her purse. What?
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
I'm scared now.
The one she uses as a toenail clipper.
Ew.
What?
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 Takes scissors out of her purse, the one she uses as a toenail clipper, and cuts all of my hair. The dull blades mixed with her furious movements like Make it a painful fucking experience even with all the alcohol in my system. Then she shaves it down smooth with a disposable pink razor. I think I'm beginning to feel hungover. She greases up my entire body with some girly skin stuff, lotion or oil or something. It mostly absorbs into my skin. Quite shiny actually, I quite like it. But I do feel sufficiently lubed. This time it's gonna work, she says to me, kissing my bald head. She lubes up her vagina as well. Push as hard as you can this time, she says. Plunge into me. Don't worry, it won't hurt. I don't care about it hurting. I'm more worried about suffocating. Or what is waiting for me within. At least there haven't been any noises coming out of there. She positions us on the bed and shoves my head into her crotch again. Time, she pushes into me as I push into her. Arms first. They slide in very easily. The top of my head also goes in with ease. It still makes her cry out, but makes her masturbate. But I doubt I'll get much farther than this. I push a little. Move an inch. Push again. Move an inch. My nose is practically in her asshole now. I hesitate to go any farther. There's no way I can breathe in there. That corpse came out of her was undead. It didn't need to breathe. Daisy can tell I'm not trying anymore. I can sense her anger building. Smacks at my arms and her belly in a come on kind of way. I tried to pull out again, but Stacy lunges at me, stands up and squats over me, dropping all of her weight down on top of me, and I find myself sliding up into her abysmal cavity until I am up to my chest.
What the fuck?
Vaginal lips closing tight around my armpit, she squats down on me again, harder, until I'm up to my belly. This is f***ing crazy. Holy crap, this is really happening. I'm really going all the way inside of her. My face pressed against wet flesh, my eyes closed. I can breathe. Barely. My face is hot with my breath. Daisy screams out and pops onto her back again, masturbating furiously with my lower spine, against my lower spine. Ah, Jesus Christ, this is getting fucked up. Even more fucked up than it was already fucked up. I position my head face forward and try to open my eyes, but the vaginal juices burn them.
Ooh.
I can hear Stacy's muffled whines on the other side of the flesh. I can feel her grabbing her breasts against the back of my shoulders. I can feel her holding me inside of her belly as a way to comfort me one last time before my voyage. I push off with my feet. It seems looser in the farther in I get. After a few inches, I feel Stacy's hand grab my ass and shove me from behind. I straighten out as my buttocks go through, and now laying inside of her. She grabs my legs and jostles them in. Worm forward.
What?
The next thing I know, her lips close up around my wriggling toes, and she's fucking me whole. It dawns on me.
Fuck?
I'm all the way inside of her. Like a human penis. I'm like a human penis. That the thought actually gives me an erection. The fleshy walls around me begin rumbling. I can hear Stacy outside masturbating in a rage. Her flesh shivers, sweats all around me. I wriggle forward and the walls quake in reaction to my movement. After a couple feet of wriggling, the cave opens up a bit. Still tight around me, but I'm able to use my legs to kick off. The cave quakes harder. I open my eyes. The light is up ahead. I move towards it. Soon, the tunnel loosens up enough for me to get on my hands and knees, so I can crawl through, but I have to push the meat ceiling upwards with the back of my head as I go. Drives Stacy crazy. I crawl for maybe 20 feet. She's a tall woman. The tunnel has gotten so loose that I could probably stand up and walk in a hunched over kind of way, but I probably wouldn't be able to keep my balance on the flabby ground. I'm so far away from the entrance that I shouldn't probably be able to feel Stacy's masturbating anymore. but I still do, rumbling all around me. I can hear her moaning through the skin. Can't tell how far away I am from the light. Could be halfway there, could be a mile away. No, I see it. Right there. Not 10 feet in front. Hole. A very small hole. The cave gets smaller and closer I get to the closer I get to the opening. Maybe it just leads to another vagina. That would be interesting. Maybe this is just a tunnel between dimensions connected by two women's vaginas. Perhaps I will arrive in this world as a skeleton and will scare the hell out of some poor woman as I crawl out of her. Maybe the skeleton that came out of Stacy was the girl's boyfriend. I shove myself towards the hole and stick a finger through the opening. The walls shudder around me. I just need to peek through and then I can turn around and go back. I get up to the opening and peer through one eye. Nothing. Light. My hands through and pull back the sides. Guy. I stick my head out and the sides slip out of my hands, wrap around my neck in a comforting choke. I look down. I'm sticking out of the edge of some kind of cliff, about 15 or 20 feet off the ground. Stacy was right. A vagina is some kind of gateway to another dimension. The sky is cloudy and purplish. No sun at all. Other than that, I see green grass, a forest, and an old rotten wooden fence. Inside my girlfriend's vagina. But that's all I could see. Time to turn back. The walls are trembling around me. The cliff is also trembling. Trees and grass begin shuffling like it's an earthquake. The walls squeeze tight around me. Stacy's having an orgasm. I hear her voice in the wind, moaning as the walls get tighter and tighter. Then fluids flow from the flesh around me, and the cave squeezes me out, spitting me into the world below. There's an Act 2? Oh my god.
Oh god.
I
And
think
it's
we
called...
should save Act 2.
I think we should save Act 2.
Okay.
For
Or
tomorrow.
never.
What? Okay, never mind. No, keep reading.
Oh my
Now
god,
that you
my
said that,
ears
keep
burn.
reading.
What have I done so wrong to you guys that I've only just met today, basically, that you want to insist on reading this?
You
Are
were
you
the
enjoying
one,
it?
I believe
Don't
you
lie.
continue to say, continue, young man. Continue, man. Don't stop.
I'm pretty sure you're enjoying it.
Oh my god, where are we? Where are
I know
we
I'm
now?
loving it.
This
is
probably
hilarious.
Bits of lotion going.
Where the hell are we now? Page...
Page
Oh,
40.
no, she's
Page...
having an orgy. or
Hold on,
something.
page 40? Oh,
Page
yeah,
40.
right. Yeah, she just had an orgasm. And it spat me out. So she swallowed her boyfriend whilst masturbating and enjoying it at the same time. Enjoying it so much that she brought herself to orgasm whilst she just devoured a human being with her vagina.
Isn't that how you straight people have sex?
Not to my recollection.
Oh, it's not?
I don't remember like sliming into a girl like a freaking foot in a sock. I don't remember this. I think that is definitely not confined to being straight or gay. That's definitely something
That
entirely
just means you're
different.
fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, fucked up is a... I don't think that's a good description for what I'm reading.
No, it's always an understatement.
It's a big understatement, my friend. That is...
This is
I
beyond
feel
fucked up.
dirty just reading this shit.
I don't even feel dirty. It's just like I don't know what I feel.
You don't have to read it, motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't have to read it out loud. You're right. And
Is there
my
anyone
voice
actually
isn't being
around you that's
posted on
heard this?
YouTube.
Oh yeah, there's 2 other people in this house right now.
And they're hearing you read this.
Probably.
I hope so.
Oh my
Fuck
god.
you. We are a third through the book.
Jesus Christ.
We are a third through the freaking book.
How
No,
much time-
we're almost halfway. At 49, it'll be halfway. There's only like actual 108 pages of text.
Yeah. Fucking hallelujah.
Best book ever.
Oh my god.
How, can I
Best
ask,
book ever.
how did you guys come across this book?
I saw it on Facebook. Somebody had shared it, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, and then we looked at all the books that there were, like
Yeah,
the
by
Jesus
this
butt
guy.
plug,
Yeah.
etc. Yeah, the Jesus
I'm
butt
gonna
plug.
buy some of his books. I'm
The
kidding.
one.
Why are you wasting your money?
It's
And then
not a
she found it
waste.
for free. Somehow she just sent it to me for free, and she said read the first 2 pages.
And look what happened. Look, I found
We are
Ape
38
Shit. I
pages
found
in.
Cannibals of Candyland. I found Razor Wire Pubic Hair. I found all those for free.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I found a
That's
lot
kinda
of them.
cool.
I found the morbidly obese ninja.
Oh my god.
I would love to read that.
I agree.
Oh, jeez. I can't believe I'm still reading The Haunted Vagina right now.
Me too.
This can't be happening.
So
Anyone
it's
else want to take over?
No,
Nope.
you're good at it. You need the voices,
No.
especially the one of the vagina. Fucking hell.
Oh, fuck.
Ah.
Oh, okay. So are we leaving Act 2 then? Or never?
Oh, I don't know.
Morbidly, oh, jeez.
What do you mean I don't know?
I want to hear it, but I don't. If you don't want to do it, it's no big deal.
You're enjoying it.
I am thoroughly enjoying this.
Fucking purple. Oh, jeez. You're gonna listen to this back, the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
I am
god.
gonna play this while I fall asleep.
Oh my
Have
God.
those lovely dreams.
that beautiful dream about
Yeah.
climbing into a woman's vagina
Oh, never mind. I'll have nightmares.
while the flesh is swallowing you and then spits you out on the other side where there's a sky with grass inside of a human being and a fucking wooden fence.
Jesus Christ.
How did you get wood inside of a human being?
Really?
I mean, like actual wood. Actual wood.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
This isn't an innuendo.
It's not an innuendo. There's been enough of those.
Oh. Right.
Oh, fuck. Chapter 15.
Ooh, we're still going?
You're all listening so intently.
Yeah,
We
we're like
are.
leaning forward in our chairs.
Where's this gonna go? I wonder what's gonna happen. Is he gonna meet a giant penis? Anyway. He- Fucking hell. Okay, I'll keep. Let me get a drink first. I need to get a drink.
Fair enough.
An alcoholic drink. I'll be back in a second.
Oh my god, so like last night I completely fucked up. Actually, I'm sorry, it was 2 nights ago. Saturday night, I got completely fucked up, right? And I didn't know I couldn't really handle shots of tequila.
Oh,
It was
gosh.
bad. It was bad.
What happened?
Oh, I don't really remember.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Something
Never mind. Forget I
happened,
asked.
but- By the way, this dude is wrote. Oh yeah, I have Wikipedia'd him. He's written like fucking like 24 bloody.
Please do.
Go on, do an overview in the voice. You've got to do like previously.
In the voice. Oh, fuck.
Previously, in the haunted vagina. Act 1. Just when you thought it was safe.
Previously, in the Haunted Vagina, Act 1. I met a girl. She was very weird, Asian, tall, very fucking strong. She's a very weird lady, but I fell in love with her. She fell in love with me. The book is about how I figured out she had fucking voices coming from her big hole in a... You don't even want to know. It was betwixt her legs, anyway. Anyway, we got to the point where it's just swallowed me up and spat me out the other side, where there's green grass, fence, and a purple sky. And that's all that really matters. And the skeleton climbed out of it not moments earlier.
Oh, and she likes to make goldfish faces at goldfish.
Oh yes, especially while she's sucking my dick, apparently.
Yeah. And don't forget that while you're entering her vagina with your entire body, she is masturbating.
Oh,
Oh,
and she
yes.
had an orgasm.
And she orgasmed to swallowing
yes.
a whole human climbing inside of her,
Yes.
like a hand in a glove. And she
We
enjoyed,
can't
she
forget
enjoyed
the
it
skeleton
thoroughly.
that tried to came out, and then you killed it.
Yeah, oh yeah, I snapped it. I snapped its spine.
Yeah, you kind of went badass for a second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for a second. But I also cut my hand, so I'm bleeding profusely. But
Yeah,
then it
on a
stopped
turtle
bleeding.
lamp.
On a turtle lamp that I used to kill it,
You got the motherfucker though.
like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh,
How you feel up to date? You feel up to date now?
Yeah, I feel up to date.
That's the worst up to date ever.
It was never meant to be good. It was never meant to be good.
I don't think this book was meant to be good.
Sounds amazing
Oh.
to me.
This book is fucking brilliant.
Should I?
Love it.
We've literally just gone through the vagina. Should I continue?
Yes, chapter 15, please and
Let's
thanks.
take a swig of this alcohol because I really need it.
Oh, a stiff drink.
I've got a whole bottle of Bailey, and I'm drinking from the bottle.
Nice.
Anyway, chapter 15. I wake up, spit blood and soil out of my mouth. Thunder is in the clouds. I look up. The cliff goes up as high as I can see, into the clouds. I can't see the opening up there, but I can guess it's near the black rocks that have been darkened by moisture. Dirty bitch orgasm behind me. Not too high up, but I was much higher than I thought I was. My head is pounding at me. A large lump is growing on the side of my bald scalp. It's squid-shaped and a bit blubbery. I tried to climb up the cliffside, but the surface is too sheer. My feet can't get any footholds. I get 3 feet off the ground and slip, cutting my toes on the way down and twisting my left ankle a bit. This is seriously fucked. I look around. Where the hell am I? The face of the cliff is covered in dozens of claw marks. Must have been that skeletal creature. I examine the forest. There could be more of them around here. This is an old fence, buried in the mud and rot, indicating some kind of civilization nearby, or had been nearby at one time. I continue my effort to climb the wall. No luck. My feet are scraped, bruised, bloodied, and I think I've seriously injured my big toe. What the fuck am I going to do? The wind bites my naked back. I curl into a ball to protect myself from the cold, shivering and growling goose flesh. A woman's voice carried on the wind, crying out to some unintelligible words. I leap off the ground and climb the cliff furiously. But slip, and my belly is scraped against the side of the cliff as I fall back down. The voice continues, softer. Excuse me.
I thought that was your sound effect.
It sounds like she's arguing with somebody, but I don't understand the word. Maybe I've got to find something that will help me climb out of here. Maybe I can make a ladder out of the fence. I tried to get the wood out of the ground, but the wood folds into halves when I pull it. It's about as sturdy as wet cardboard. I go to the other side of the fence and push the wood. It breaks in my hands. It's been devoured by termites and is soggy in the middle. Maybe there's a fallen log in the forest. I carefully step into the woods, making sure I don't step on any sharp rocks, making sure nothing jumps at me. Looking back every 5 seconds to make sure I don't lose sight of the opening in the cliff. The forest is silent. The only sound is my breath, my feet hitting the ground, and the wind in the leaves. The voice on the wind comes and goes. Ooh. Sometimes I can almost make out a word or two, but can't comprehend what it's saying. It might be somebody who can help me. Human. But I'd rather not run into anyone here. Who knows what kind of weird creatures live inside Stacy's vagina. The wind dies down. The voice gone. There's some kind of building up ahead. a triangle of red peeking out of the trees. I approach it slowly, taking time between steps to listen to what might be lurking in the forest. An old log cabin. I step out of the woods and into a clearing, maybe an acre of land, where the trees have been cut down to stumps. I cover my privates as I tiptoe towards the side of the building. Very quiet, no sign of life. Even birds in the air, not that I expect birds in the vagina. I look in through the window, but it's dark inside. Walking around to the front, I stare across the clearing. Distance is just forest. No roads or trails leading up to no real sign that anybody has ever lived here. I go to the door and inquire. Hello? No response. I feel stupid for asking, but I feel better than I did. Inside is mostly dark. There is a hairball of light coming from the window inside, but it doesn't brighten much. I wait for my eyes to adjust. Musty. The floor is covered in dust. Actually, it looks more like ash than dust. Almost an inch deep. It sticks to the bottom of my feet as I cross the room. Furniture is wooden and poorly crafted. Built by a sloppy pioneer. The cabin seems to be made for a single person. There's a single chair, small table, crooked bed with blue moldy sheets. On a shelf there are old dolls, a dozen of them hiding behind cobwebs. I look through a chest for some clothes. There's several strips of cloth, well, more like rags. At the bottom I find a pair of overalls, and they're just as hard as rawhide, but I put them on. Kind of large for me, and gritty against my privates. But I like it like that. But I keep out on the cold. I also find some boots under the bed, caked with mud on the inside and out. They're better than walking barefoot. I didn't be able to climb that cliff with these. There's nothing else of use here, except maybe a weapon. There's a rifle on the wall. Pick it up, examine it, rusted. Even if I had bullets for the thing, it probably would explode in my face if I tried to fire it. There's a knife on the wooden table, it'll have to do. On the way out, I see some movement glistening. Figure walking, staring past the cabin. Human, I think. I hide behind the wall. Only one eye out of the window. Exactly human. Skin is wide and red. Female. Walking nude, casually through the grass. Weird body is sticking out of her head. She doesn't make a sound, she just passes the cabin and into the woods. She is behind the floral scent that tickles my nostrils as if I've just inhaled a swarm of tiny fluttering moss. Not like perfume, more like flower sweat.
Whatever the fuck that is.
The hell is flower sweat?
The hell indeed.
Okay. Chapter 18. I wait a few minutes, then leave the cabin. I try looking through the forest to see where the girl came from and where she went to, but there aren't any houses that I can see. There's a shed behind the cabin. Go to that. It's filled with old mud-caked tools, including an axe. That's what I need. I drop the knife and take the axe, but it's old, but still strong enough to fend off attackers. In the back of the shed, there's a ladder. Exactly what I needed. I pull it out, but the wood is soft. Two of the rungs pop before I even get it out the shed. I'm going to be able to climb the cliff with this. Even with the top rung, if it could hold me, I'd still need to climb 5 feet before I could reach the opening. Worth a try. I run through the woods as fast as I can, hoping the ladder doesn't break apart on me. Carrying the axe at the same time makes it awkward, but I'm not dropping any weapon. The ladder falls to pieces once I get to this side of the cliff, but I bend down, pick up the pieces, and reassemble it. Then lean it against the edge of the cliff and give it a try. Almost works. A few of the rungs are sturdy enough to hold my weight, but the rest just break off when I step on them. I try climbing without the ladder, but just rip open the wound on my hand. The axe. I climb the ladder as far as I can, then strike the cliff with the axe. All my weight on the axe. Very little weight on the weak rungs. Then pull the axe out and strike again. Higher and continue up. I can see the opening now. Well, not the opening, but I can see where the earth turns to flesh up there. That's where the hole is. At the top rung, the ladder breaks into halves. Some rungs on one half, some rungs on the other. Many of them just dropping to the ground. But I'm supported by the axe for now, balancing. I'm not too far from the fleshy part. I might be able to drop a ladder and climb it on my own. Balancing the ladder just right so it can hold me up for one moment more. I pull the axe out the cliff and strike higher. Blood gashes through the rock and onto my legs. One foot slips and the ladder drops, but I'm still hanging onto the axe handle. I'll find some footholds in the rock and climb the last few feet using the axe as support. Blood oozes slowly. It doesn't affect my climb, but it has an intense copper stink. My hand reaches the hole and I force myself inside. Moisture or no moisture, I force myself inside, leaving the axe in the side of the cliff.
Wait, can we just like go back? He's in her vagina doing all this.
Yes,
isn't he?
doing
Yes.
all of this. He's in her vagina, just
Pioneering this shit.
Oh
Like,
my
man.
he's
One serious
axing.
adventure.
He's axing through this woman's.
Vaginal cavity.
Uh-huh. Well, he's not in the
Yeah.
vagina anymore. He's gone past the vagina.
Well,
so
it's bleeding.
that's not vagina. He's probably like in her freaking
Oh, you're right. It's like in her neck or something.
in her
Like-
neck. What?
Yeah,
No, he's
you,
gone to, like,
you
a fucking
remember
other
he was
dimension.
crawling through her body, like
Yeah, but that
He-
body was the vagina. It's not like he went through the intestines and.
Yeah, he,
just
like,
went
went-
to the other side of the because there's,
what?
he's in like the ovary section now. What it's called.
Yeah, but
Womb,
apparently
the
her
womb,
vagina
the womb.
extends
Yeah,
through her
he's in the
entire
womb.
body.
No, he's in like another like fucking.
Yeah, but if you were to put it to human anatomy, he'd be in the womb right now.
Oh yeah, then yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, none of this makes.
Yeah, like we can just go back.
Anyway,
to storytelling
completely
now, can't we?
normal. It all makes sense.
Oh, of course.
Oh my god, are we halfway?
Almost. Yeah.
I mean, almost. Gee. Oh, Christ.
Shut up, you love it.
Take it like a man.
Take it like a man.
Oh,
It's-
fucking hell.
Tough enough moving through the fleshy tunnel and the overalls towards Stacy's vagina. I don't see the light ahead, so I move blindly through the meat. It gets moist, but I'm still not able to slide through. About 20 feet in, I start to hear Stacy screams ahead of me. Her voice vibrates all around my body. Pushing. The tunnel goes downwards. I can feel gravity pulling me forward. When I get to the opening, Stacy is nearly shrieking. Stick a finger out first and hit a denim wall. She's wearing her pants. Stretch my head forward until my mouth is sticking out of her vagina into her pants. Not wearing any underwear. The zipper is cold against my lips. She screams and slaps me through her pants. Can we all just linger on that for a moment? Someone just stuck their lips through her vagina. She screamed and just slapped them.
What?
Oh
The-
no.
Fuck. Okay. I don't recognize her screams. Maybe it's not Stacy. Maybe I've somehow come out of someone else's vagina. Stacy! I cry through her jeans, trying to suck air through the fabric. Wait, she says. Don't come out. What's going on? I say. Don't come out, she says. Then I realize she's in the middle of driving a car. I can hear the traffic. I can feel the vibration of the engine. Pull over and let me out, woman, I tell her. No, she says. We're almost home. Breathing heavily. Her muscles are squeezed around my body like she's doing Kegel exercises. The air in her crotch is thick with her vaginal muscles. Oh my god.
Now
Oh
we're
my
back to this.
god.
Fuck.
Oh jeez, yeah, we're back to
Wow.
this fucking thing again.
Yes, perfect.
Strange how much stronger the smell is on the outside than the inside. Oh.
Oh.
I did not need to know that.
Oh.
Wow.
I closed my eyes and tried to relax. My body all cut up and sore, my head swollen and bruised. My hangover now hitting me at full strength. All I want to do is sleep. Please don't say falls asleep beside a vagina. Stacy parks and gets out of the car, walking bow-legged up to the sidewalk, holding one hand around her humongous pregnant belly, pushing my head back into her crotch with the other.
I just pictured that. It's the funniest thing I ever saw. Sorry.
When she gets into the house, she unzips her pants, and I'm able to breathe fresh air. Morning sun comes in and it blinds my eye. Are you okay in there? She asks. I see her hair.
Whoa. She asked, is he okay? He's in her fucking cunt.
That's right. That's
How?
right.
That's a stupid ass question to be asking. What in the? Oh my! No, this is just fucking not. No, I can't handle this shit anymore. No. Fuck this bollocks wank. This is just fucking hell. I want to go get a drink. I need to be drunk to do this.
You need to be drunk.
You wanna read along?
No, I do not want to read along.
Listening.
Oh my god.
Playing games on my phone. No, do not. I'm not going to read it along.
What page are we on?
49.
49, yeah.
20.
Is that it?
Oh my god, my face.
Continue, please.
Oh, yes.
Oh, thank goodness.
So how long was he in there?
We don't
At
know
least
yet.
I don't know. it seems
overnight.
It was overnight because it's the morning sun.
He was in there for at least 6 hours, or four or 5
least.
hours. Yeah.
Sorry,
That is
okay.
impressive.
I'm nearly ready.
Oh my god.
Oh, I needed that.
Are you okay in there?
She asks. I see her hair draped down over the opening, like she's trying to peek inside to see me. No, I tell her. I watch the floor as she walks to the couch, pulls off her pants and sits down. She screams as I crawl out of her, probably going to give her some kind of infection with these dirty overalls trailing mud and grit inside of her.
Oh my god.
Once I'm halfway out, halfway out,
Oh, fucking.
I push off on the edge of the couch and land face first into the hardwood floor. She pulls away from me until my legs and feet slip out. I look back at her and she's holding her crotch, writhing in. My tongue can't speak right now. You know what I'm saying? In pain. You okay? I ask. When I get closer, she wraps her arms around me and kisses me. I thought you were gone, she says, her eyes teary at me. I waited forever. I'm sorry, I say. She looks at the boots and ovals I'm wearing. Where did this come from? From inside of there. It fucking hurt, she says, punching me in the belly. Punching me softly in the chest, sorry. He's free. Oh, don't tell me he's gonna go back in.
Oh, you know he is.
Fucking
He has
hell,
to find that
no.
girl.
Oh, he's gonna go back in. Fuck yeah.
Well, should we stop? Should we do predictions?
Hmm?
What does everyone think is going to happen?
Well, he's gonna go in there, gonna meet this girl, fall in love with this girl, and he's not gonna leave the vagina.
He's going to live happily ever after in a family.
Oh,
that
you might be
seriously what-
right.
Yep. Yep.
Oh God.
Yep.
Are
That's
you telling
exactly what's
me?
gonna happen.
Are you telling me this book couldn't go any fucking way?
He's never gonna go. The next time he goes in, he's never coming back out.
He never comes back out. He's gonna stay in there with the girl.
Yeah, he's gonna fall in love with Bunny Ear Girl.
Oh Jesus Christ! I can't believe that.
What do you think's gonna happen?
I don't know. For all I give two shits, a lot less monster can come out the fanny. That wouldn't surprise me.
You just fucking told us to stop and make predictions. You have to have a prediction.
All right. I don't know. I kind of agree with what you've said. That's
You just
quite-
don't want it to happen.
Yeah. Why would you go back in there?
What are you doing, fool? Stay out.
Exactly. Oh,
I would have broken up with this lady the first time I heard any fucking crazy voice coming from her.
Yeah, as soon as I heard something, well, not like, I'd be there in the first place, but as soon as I heard something coming out of her vagina, any sort of voice, I would have been
Goodbye.
gone.
I
Peaced out.
would have been weirded out with that she got turned on by road signs or whatever it was.
Oh, that would have been enough. It would have stopped then.
Oh,
Yeah.
the public transportation, yeah.
Yeah,
True.
yeah. There you go.
Touche. Touche. Anyway, chapter 21.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, number 21. This is a good one.
After getting out of the grubby overalls and showering of Stacy's dried juices from my entire body,
Oh.
we sit down at the dining room table, drinking coffee. I tell her everything that happened to me. Her eyes go wild as I speak. There's a whole world inside me, she says, proud of herself. Well, I say, the world isn't really inside of you, but the doorway to the other world is inside of you. No, you don't understand, she says. The world really is in me. It's just really small. She nods her head with a big smile. Why do you say that? I ask. When you went inside of me, I could feel you in there. I could see you through my skin. And you were getting smaller, she says. The deeper in you went, the smaller you became. I saw your head moving against the inside of my belly. At first, it was regular size, but as you moved deeper, it shrank to the size of a Barbie doll head. Then it was so small I couldn't see it anymore. But I could feel you in me. I could feel you getting smaller and smaller inside of me. Further you went, until I couldn't feel you anymore. I think by that time you were microscopic. Maybe, I say. The whole world must be some kind of tumor the size of a pea, he says. Hiding somewhere in my womb. Told you. Told you it was the womb. Told you. Anyway.
Oh my god.
Scrolling down. So, I was really just inside you this whole time. Uh-huh, she says, smiling.
Awkward.
Psychopath.
Fucking crazy ass bitch.
Crazy motherfucker. That girl you saw, Stacy, eating a piece of cinnamon toast.
Of
Did
course.
she have slimy horns? Don't know, I say. It looked like she had bunny ears. Maybe she was my imaginary friend from when I was a little kid, she says. All grown up. I didn't get a good look at her, I say. Someone's outside my door right now. In 2 minutes. Hello? That's actually happening in real life, by the way, not in the story.
Oh,
wait,
fair enough. Because I kind of lost my place in the book.
What happened there?
Wait, what's happened? Are you in the book or something?
Someone's outside. I'd stop for a minute in case they heard me speaking in that sexy voice.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No.
Maybe
You-
she was my imaginary friend from when I was a
It
kid,
has to
she says.
happen.
Wait,
All
wait.
grown up.
There's
What?
another prediction. Apparently, my friend
Apparently.
here thinks that he's gonna go back in and bring that girl out with him too.
Whoa.
And maybe even have a threesome.
Yeah.
You know
I
what?
think
That's
that's what's gonna
fucking
happen.
possible.
To be fair, that's the sort of kinky shit that would turn them on, so it
Uh-huh.
wouldn't surprise
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
me. Jesus Christ, man.
Fucking hell.
That was a good prediction.
I didn't get a good look at her.
Wait,
I
have
said.
you got like a proper audience at your house? Like people sat around the PC listening to this?
What? No, my friend I brought in here.
Yeah, me. I just didn't say it out
sorry.
loud.
He's gathered the whole family around the fire.
Yes.
Settle down now.
I wish I could remember her name, Stacy says. The memories of her seem more like a dream. I don't remember it hurting when she came in and out of my vagina, even though she doesn't have a penis. It was more a genie coming at it's
Please read this out loud.
Oh, do I have to?
You especially this part.
Yes.
She was more like a genie coming out of a bottle.
Can someone please just quote the fucking genie from Aladdin right now or something?
Oh my god, what does he say? Oh no, now I'm sad because it was Robin Williams.
Shit.
Oh, that moment of silence, though.
Company. Huh?
Hmm?
You scored what? Oh.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh, my brother's back. You don't want to hear the story, mate.
I'm so
There is-
confused.
we discovered this book, bruv, and it's possibly the scariest book ever written.
Yeah, bro.
Huh? It's part of a curse. You're never gonna forget this. Where you oh, you're leaving?
Has he actually left?
Oh, you're leaving. Yeah, I actually I vouch for you for that. You know, being Jamaican and black, you can't listen to these voodoo horror stories.
Fair enough.
I'm confused.
I'm the narrator. You really don't want to hear this, bro. There's people listening to this.
Oh, he can listen
Alright,
to it.
let me tell you the plot. Alright, let me tell you the plot. Basically,
Man-eating vagina.
to sum this up into a nutshell, this woman has a vagina that leads to another dimension, and he swallows a manhole, and then he has to go in there and find a girl, and then and then we don't know what's gonna happen next, but we assume that he's either gonna go in there, take the girl out, or he's gonna stay in there and live with her forever. But it's a man swallowing vagina anyway, that leads to another dimension, and stretches 40 inches across.
Bigger than that, apparently.
Like a basketball.
Like a basketball.
Oh yeah, like a basketball. They're telling me. Yeah, they did describe it as a basketball.
Basketball-sized
Yeah,
vagina.
that face, mate. That face is just. Don't blame you.
Can you describe his reaction to us?
His reaction is like he's just put a lemon in his mouth, and it's the most bitter lemon he's ever tasted. That reaction. You know that face you make when you're like, oh.
Like after tequila shot.
Yeah, exactly. So you're not
He's
gonna listen
just
to the
lemon
story.
without tequila.
Okay, fine. I'm closing the door again.
You don't want to share your
shit,
wonderful story with them?
No. Oh no, I knew this would happen.
What?
Fuck. Towel.
Obviously, he needs a towel.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I already went through like four.
Well, we're going to go to a commercial break here whilst we're having some technical difficulties.
Oh, good
Why not
number.
try one of the other stories? The Beast Fat Ninja or whatever it is.
What the fuck is he doing?
Fuck, I think he found his own vagina to travel through.
Yeah, I think the skeleton's coming out of his anus.
What are you laughing at, punks?
What?
Can't hear anything.
What did you say?
God.
We thought you had like a
Nothing.
skeleton coming out of your anus. I don't know.
Hey,
You said something about getting a towel and like you were
Jess.
freaking out.
Yes, please. Can you go inside and just look for me?
Yeah, give me a second.
I promise
Let me
you
get
only
all-
have
let
to
me get all
look to the other
lubed up.
side.
Let me shave my head.
Please.
I don't want to hurt you.
Oh no. People have been spelunking there before.
How long is it until this
Did
gets made
he
into a
get
snuff
an
film?
erection whilst he was mid-transportation as well?
Wait.
Oh yeah, he did,
What?
didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
What?
Oh,
He got-
you're right. On the
he
way
got-
in, he
yeah.
did, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm confused. What?
Anyway.
Dude popped a boner when he was traveling through
Oh
Earth.
yeah, he did.
Oh god.
So that would have made it a bit more painful, I guess.
Mhm.
Something poking out, you know.
Anyway, please keep all hands and appendages inside at all times during this ride.
Right.
Wait, what page?
You
are
must
on?
be this tall.
We're on page 53.
53. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go brush my teeth. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You guys can keep reading.
Alright, hold on, sorry. Sorry about that. I dropped alcohol.
Oh no.
Religious lickage.
On carpet. Okay, where was I?
Genie coming out of a bottle. Nice. Thank you, Christina.
Genie coming out of a bottle. Hold on.
Is that who sings it?
Yeah. Christina Aguilera.
I'm more of a rocker dude. So, somehow I know that song.
Genie coming out of a bottle.
Yes.
Hold on. Hi, where you from? What's your name? Aladdin. Hello, Aladdin. Nice to have you on the show. Can you call you Owl? Anyway, Robin Williams. That's a sad thought. Bro,
Yeah.
you're gonna hear the most disturbing story while you're in this room.
Is it,
Just
you got,
saying.
You got your
Oh
brother
yeah,
sat next to
he's sitting there and he's got pistachios and he's ready.
Oh, good.
Jesus
Don't let
Christ.
that get on the carpet though, bro. Use the billing table. All right. You're gonna be so ashamed. You ready?
I think he's gonna disown you.
Huh?
He's gonna disown you after you read this.
Bruv, this is scary. Alright, this is fucked up. Anyway, where am I?
Gene,
Genie
page
coming out of
53.
bottle, right?
Yes.
A ghost? Yeah, she says. It must be like the ghost I hear inside of me. She did move a little funny, I say. But she didn't look like a ghost. Who knows what a ghost looks like, Stacy says. Chapter 23. Oh my god, it goes back to the skeleton.
Oh no.
Yep. The skeleton is turned into a thick film on our bedroom floor. You've ruined my blanket, she says to me, bundling up the fluffy blanket stained with skeleton juice.
Ew.
Skeleton climbed out of her vagina, just saying. I forgot to include that bit. Just saying. Yeah, I forgot to include that.
No, you have to also remember that the skeleton was forming organs and flesh around it too, as it was climbing out of
Oh,
her.
yeah, that's true. Hold on. Can I make this? Oh, I'm gonna see if I can make this come out instead of my headset, so he can hear you guys updating him as well.
Okay.
God, he's not gonna want that.
Oh, he ain't got a choice though.
This shit's ridiculous. I can't wait to put this on YouTube.
Oh god.
Get out.
Alright.
Playback device. There we go. Say something.
Yo.
Hello.
Oh.
That was a bit of feedback.
There you go. Anyway, where was I?
Skeleton.
Yes, skeleton.
Oh, skeleton juice.
I don't apologize. Why do you think it melted like that? Who knows, she says. Maybe it wasn't suitable for this world. It looked like it was doing fine before I smashed its head, I say. Maybe that's the way people from the womb world die, she says.
What? The womb world? Okay, fair enough.
As we watch the puddle of corpse for a while. Are you going to call in sick today, I ask? No, she says. Can't.
Of course.
Let's get some sleep then. I say, oh, he's recording again. Luckily, neither of us have to go to work until the afternoon. We curl up in bed together without a blanket. She wraps me in her arms like a teddy bear, the way she always does, and falls asleep against my forehead. My hand is squished against her belly, probably pressing into the clouds of the tiny world inside of her. So weird. You gotta see his face.
Oh,
right, when he went inside, there was purple clouds and grass and fences and shit.
Yeah.
Basically the ending to Lost.
Yeah.
There was even a house.
Yeah, there was a house. There was a cabin, a log cabin.
Oh, and a rifle and an axe and a ladder.
Should we just start from the fucking beginning?
Anyway,
Can we please start
24.
from the beginning?
Oh my god.
Who is that?
Tootie. Yeah, it is.
I just want to hear what vulgar shit you guys are listening to.
Oh my god,
Well,
Tootie.
settle down, grab a drink.
Who told Tootie?
Nobody.
It was
I
Jess,
just
wasn't
had
it?
a feeling that I heard some stuff was going on.
It's some real kinky shit, mate.
Who was to update? Who was to update Tootie?
Oh, yeah.
Just
Alright,
update
Tootie.
me, because I'm in Daisy and I need something, because this is a running simulator right now.
Alright.
It's an
So
audio
this
video.
story is called.
For me.
What is it called? The Haunted
me.
Vagina?
I'll give you half and half.
Yeah, it's called The Haunted Vagina.
Yeah, the haunted vagina.
It is about this man and woman named Steve and Stacy. They are boyfriend and girlfriend, and Stacy has a ghost
the
vagina
vagina.
that leads to a world inside of a womb, and she calls it Womb World.
The fuck?
Apparently,
fucked up shit about that.
people or things can enter her womb world and leave it because there was a skeleton at one point that tried crawling from inside of her, and then Steve killed it while it was forming flesh, while it was still trying to crawl out of her.
It was half hanging out of the fat.
Yeah, he broke its neck or spine with a table or some crap like that,
A turtle lap aside.
something like that. And then he actually went inside of her and crawled all the way through. We forgot to mention that her vagina is very rubber bandy. And it can apparently stretch further than 14 inches apart,
Like a basketball.
like a basketball.
How does a fucking man fit through that?
Very carefully.
It got
Oh,
even
he's
wider
small,
than that,
apparently.
and it was lubed up, and he was completely shaven bald.
So midget.
Well,
I don't know
I
about
don't know,
that.
actually.
I
Let's
think
grab
that-
him small.
I think they're normal sized people.
Alright, keep going.
That's pretty much it. Like, he went inside, he found an axe and a girl, and he found some clothes, because he went in naked, and he got an erection on the way in.
Yeah, he had a look around. He did some touristy shit, sent a postcard back, and now he's
Yeah.
come back through. Basically.
And now they're having a nap.
Oh, and not to mention, while he was coming out, she was driving. So,
And she slapped his lips back in when he was speaking to her.
yeah, he was talking through her vagina.
Wait,
Trying to
what?
ga-
What
gas
page?
me fair.
What page?
We're updating Tootie. We're on page 54.
I'm gonna see what MJ's
55.
doing.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not updating someone else. Yeah.
Then you have to update fucking MJ as well.
Oh, Jesus.
No, he can just hear the previous 2 episodes or whatever this is going to end up being.
Fuck.
User joined your channel.
I think I went the complete opposite way. I hate this game so much.
So, where are we again?
I'm in
We're on
Brazil.
24.
We're on. No, we
no
finished.
no
24.
Daisy talk. This is Haunted Vagina talk.
Yeah, this is the Haunted Vagina talk.
It's Vagina hour.
Oh,
We're on
I'm
page
too
55.
scared to keep talking about this.
No, we're
Kind
doing
of
it.
cool though. I want to go
Anyway.
into a vagina world.
Page 55.
Have a nice campfire.
Page 55.
There you go.
Stacy's gone before I wake up. We didn't set the alarm. I already missed the bus. Fuck. Downtown, Donut really lays into me for freshly shaved head. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. He got his freshly shaved head now.
Hey, Bodie.
Hey,
Get in.
wake up.
I'm part Jewish, I tell him. So was Adolf Hitler, he says. I give him the rest. Adolf Hitler.
How the fuck is Haunted Vagina
This
and
guy's a
Adolf Hitler
homeless guy.
got the same
Adolf
book?
Hitler was a fucking bold. Anyway, I give him the rest of my honking huge burrito so he'll leave me alone. Too sore, too hungover, too late to mess around. When I get the call to the call center, sit down at my computer station as if I'm perfectly on time rather than 2 hours late. I've realized that I really shouldn't have bothered coming in today. I still reek of sex, even after showering. If you call that sex, my head is pounding. I look like I've gotten into a fight. You look terrible, Chad says to me. His pants pulls up above his belly button. His same hyperactive, portly guy who always sits in the invites me to karaoke parties. Yeah, I tell him. Looks like you've been skateboarding, he says. I was a pretty good skateboarder in junior high. We should go skateboarding sometime. Sure, I tell him. He just stands there smiling at me, shifting his weight from one side to side. I ignore him, turn on my computer, and log into the queue. I can hardly move my fingers. They're swollen. Dirt crammed under my fingernails. The large gap in my palm, making it difficult to close my hand. My fingers are very pale, except for the fingertips, which are dark red for some reason. Yeah, he has to go to the clinic, exactly. Like I've cut off the circulation at my knuckles. The discolored skin feels odd. Not really sore, but very sensitive when I type on the keyboard. Jazz is still standing there, fidgeting with something behind my computer. I dial Stacy's work before a customer can call. Her friend Lisa tells me that she never came to work today. Called in sick. She wondered why I didn't know. It's the hardest day of work since I drank a fifth of Jack Daniels the night before and came in with only 3 hours sleep. Stacy isn't there when I get home. There's grocery bags on the kitchen counter. A note saying she'll be back later. I take another shower to discover she's been sucked into her own vagina is now creating a black hole in the kitchen floor. It doesn't say it. I threw that in there. That didn't actually happen. It didn't actually happen.
I'm lost.
It's okay, we all are.
It didn't actually happen, okay? She threw the grocery bags kitchen down and said she'd be back later. I take another shower. Tried to wash the dirt out from under my fingernails without much luck. My reddened fingertips are extra sensitive under the hot water. Yeah, they're bruised pretty bad. They'll probably hurt even worse tomorrow. All that shitty call center job requires fast typing, while the customers are on the line as well. Screw them. I eat a hot pocket and wait around for Stacey to come home, but I get tired of sitting on the couch watching awful stand-up comedians on Comedy Central who talk more about their lame political views than tell jokes. I walk to the bedroom, my feet sticky against the skeleton residue, and go to sleep. They didn't even clean up the fucking skeleton. Lazy shit. I hear Stacy come home at about 3 in the morning. Get out of bed wondering where the heck she's been. She's a bunch of shopping bags that fill the living room floor. You're going back in, she says. I don't think so. What's all this stuff, I ask. Supplies, she says. Where the heck were you all day? Getting this, she tells me. Digging into a bag to retrieve a cigarette carton, she opens it, pulls out a wad of newspaper, and gives it to me like a birthday present. Unravel it. I unravel it. It's a gun. You'll be able to fight them, she says. Fight who? I ask. The skeletons? She says. If they give you trouble? I'm not going back in there, I say. Are you kidding? She says. This is the most fascinating thing that's ever happened to me. Maybe the most fascinating thing that's ever happened to anyone. You're going to be my explorer. You're going to chart the world for me. What?
Chris
And I'm
Columbus
going
of
to
the
write
vagina
the book
will.
about it, she says. Steve, I finally realized what I want to do in my life. I knew there was a reason why I was so special. This is what I've been preparing myself for all these years. I'm not as adventurous as you are, I say. Don't worry, she says. You just have to go a little farther than last time. And then tomorrow you can go a little farther than that. And then a little farther. And so on. Eventually we can assemble a team to accompany you. Are you crazy? Oscar, a team? What are you going to invite some spelunkers over and spread your legs for them?
User
V
left
team.
your channel.
Oh, it was too much for
Is
him.
that too E?
Hold on, I gotta go down there.
User left your channel.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Anyway. What was I?
User joined your channel.
I'm lost now.
they're about to assemble the team.
Oh, the A team.
They're the
80? What are you going to advise some spelunker? Blah, 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 blah. You're not taking this seriously, she says.
User
I'm
joined
taking
your
this
channel.
very seriously, I say. I don't think you hear what you're saying. This is the chance of a lifetime, she says. It'll be dangerous, but it's worth the risk. I sit on the couch and throw a pillow on my lap. Look, she says, I got you a digital camera so you can take pictures. And walkie-talkies? Really? She's walkie-talking through a vagina. So we can stay in communication and climbing gear.
Oh
I'd like
my
to get a
god.
video. Bro, it's bad, isn't it? A video camera later on. Perhaps there's even a way I can watch the feed on a monitor from out here. How's that stuff even going to fit inside of you, I say? I can barely fit myself in, and I had to be shaved and greased down. You'll still go in naked, she says. But I got this vinyl bag that we can tie to your ankle. It'll slide through easy if we oil it. I bought tons of lubricant too.
Oh my god.
Bro.
Poor guy.
I don't know, but he didn't leave her. Crazy.
I know, right? It's like, wait, why is this bitch still in a relationship?
Right
A
now, I'm in
bag full
some
of
sort of
bottles
safe
of
house
baby
in
oils
Chile.
and tubes
Jesus
from
Christ.
petroleum jelly. I also got you a sleeping bag and some food, she says. If you want to camp out overnight. I'm not camping out in your vagina overnight, I tell her. Not in my vagina, she says. In my womb.
Oh my god, this is creepy now.
I'm gonna have nightmares.
It isn't hard for her to persuade me. He knows I'll do anything for her. It's American horror. An American fucking dude wrote this.
Yeah.
The next thing I know, I'm back in her vagina, crawling through the fresh tunnel with a bag tied to my ankle.
I'm going on an adventure.
Oh shit. Can you hear me? Stacy talks through the walkie-talkie. I can hear her all around me. Yeah, I tell her. I can feel her smile. She's so excited. When I peek my head out of the other end, I brace myself carefully. I don't want to get shot out again. I told Stacy not to masturbate while I'm in here. Bro, last time she had an orgasm
Wait,
and he
what
flew
did
out
she
the
call her
back.
clit again?
Huh?
Oh, the
What did she call her-
glowworm.
Oh, the glowworm. Yeah.
We totally forgot the most important aspect of this
Oh my
entire
God.
story.
I couldn't stop laughing at that.
The fact that she calls her
Oh yeah, she
clitoris
refers
a
to the
glowworm.
clitoris as the glowworm.
We can hear that.
Oh my god.
Last time it could have killed me. She agreed, but seemed pretty disappointed. She was disappointed that she couldn't masturbate while I was climbing through her vagina with gear strapped to my ankle. Let me think about that for a minute. Why am I with this bitch? Anyway.
Oh, now he questions that?
No, he didn't actually say that.
It's
I
that
questioned it
ad-lib.
in his
I
place.
love it.
This guy's got something wrong just as much
I'm
as she has.
surprised she didn't do it anyway, just to tease me. What?
Okay.
The
What?
world looks about the same. The sky is still cloudy and purplish. My axe is still in the side of the cliff. The ladder is still in pieces on the ground.
Oh
The hell
shit.
is that? The fuck is that?
Oh, is that Tootie?
Oh, probably.
No.
Anyway,
Anyway.
where am I?
Uh,
Blah, blah, blah. I hammer a
axe on the wall.
spike into the side of the cliff. Bleeds a little. Then I attach a cord to the peg and propel it down. Oh my god, I have another theory of what happens.
Go on then.
He goes in, and then she gets a period, and it drowns all of the people in there.
What?
oh my god, best prediction yet.
Like a tsunami of blood.
Huh?
Oh, gross.
Anyway, then I attach a cord to the peg and propel down. I'm in, I tell Stacy. Are you safe? She asks. Her voice is also accompanied by static. Yeah, I tell her. I open the greasy bag and pull out a towel to wipe off all the petroleum jelly. Petroleum jelly. I insisted on taking that along. Then I put on some clothes and hiking boots, and a warm jacket. Stacy was nice enough to give me a new jacket to keep warm. whilst I'm inside her vagina. I put the pistol in my jacket pocket. I've also got a hunting knife that I strapped. She had a hunting knife in a bag and a pistol that she was dragging through her vagina. She's crazy. Anyway, what
You're
else?
just realizing that now?
Not much. The digital camera, a few energy bars, a water bottle. Stacy agreed I didn't have to stay overnight, so I left the sleeping bag behind. But she wants me to stay as long as I can. I'll see what I can do. I put everything in my jacket pockets and leave the bag by the side of the cliff and take a picture of the fleshy entrance. Take a picture of the landscape. Then I urinate against the tree.
Read the
Peed
rest.
inside her womb?
Read the
Okay.
rest.
What are you doing? Stacy asks. Nothing, I say. Just about to move on.
Oh my
I
god.
decide to follow the old fence and the cliff rather than enter the forest. It's probably easier to get lost in the forest. Keep talking, me, Stacy says, static cutting into her words. You're going to distract me, I say. I need to stay alert. I'm anxious, she says. I don't respond. Farther up, the fence ends in a rotten wooden mailbox. I open it up and it's filled with mud. Of course, there's no frickin' postal services in a womb. I stand back and take a picture of it. Nearby, there's what appears to be a trail going into the woods, mostly grown over, but it looks like it could be some kind of path. I take a picture of the trail too. It's pretty big. Did you hear that?
What did he
No.
say?
He said, "How big is this womb?" I said, "It's pretty big." He says, "Like fucking Mordor in there." Oh, shit.
By the way, can I just say, why, you know, the dude, you're doing his voice, why does he sound like the fucking midget dude from Game of Thrones?
I don't know. I
He
didn't
sounds
even
like
think about
Tywin
that.
Lannister. He
I
fucking...
didn't even notice. Oh, I can't hear what you're hearing. So, if you like, I could change his voice.
No,
I
no,
walked
no.
through the village and then I went in the fleshy zone.
No, wait.
Climbed to her
Yes.
vagina and it was nice and sloppy. Anyway.
He's not a fucking munchkin, dude.
Okay, anyway. You should have gotten us a pair of those camera phones. I tell Stacy. Oh, that's me. You should have gotten us a pair of those camera phones. I tell Stacy. She says. Tonight. I can barely hear you through the static, I say. You should have gotten better walkie-talkies. I can hear her trying to talk, but there's too much static to make out the words. I try walking back along the cliff until it clears up. It doesn't clear up. Stacy, I say. She says something. I think she's trying to tell me to keep going. I turn off the walkie-talkie, put it in my bag, in my jacket, and take the. Oh my god, my words have gone fucked up right now. I turn off the walkie and put it in my jacket. Then take the trail into the forest. Branches have grown over parts of it. I find myself hunched over, walking through, scraping my arms and neck on thorny twigs. I wonder what kind of trees they are. They look normal enough, but maybe they're different from the trees on the outside world. Maybe there's some small difference that makes them unusual. I take a picture of a tree. Trail widens a little, and I get through the trees, still grown in a bit of grass. With a bit of grass. Farther down, it meets with another trail, a crossroads. The other trail is also overgrown, like it hasn't been used in ages, but it's much wider. The path I'm on seems to disappear into the trees up ahead, so I take the new route. It brings me to a clearing. The whole place is silent, motionless, no wind, no thunder in the clouds, no birds chirping. I check the gun in my pocket to make sure I know how to work the safety. I'm not experienced with guns. I don't know what kind of one this is. It almost looks fake, like some kind of movie prop. Not sure how many bullets it has. There's a clip in there. 9 bullets? Maybe? 12? I have no idea. My best defense if I run into anything will be to run away. I put the gun back in my pocket and take another picture of the surroundings. The pictures look pretty good so far when I scan through them, just like the ordinary photos taken in the real world. After the clearing, I get to a dirt road, and it doesn't look very well traveled either. But it is a road. There's a river here. A river. But I don't hear the sound of water. I go with it and take a picture. The water is green and reddish, filled with algae. The water doesn't seem to be moving. It stretches into the distance, but it's as still as a pond. Take a picture of it and check the walkie-talkie, and it's still static. Stacy, where's my sandwich? No response at all. My fingers are all itchy. The red fingertips feel like the circulation is cut off and oxygen isn't getting to them. Pins and needles. I shake them and clench fists, then try to ignore them. Take the dirt road, it curves through the forest, then widens up. Eat an energy bar? There are clacking noises up ahead, echoing through the woods. I pull out the gun and continue. The noises get louder as I go. It sounds like breaking tree branches. Something is moving up ahead. A figure walking across my path, strolling through the woods. The girl I saw outside the cabin. She's smacking trees with a stick as she walks. I take the safety off. This time I don't hide, just stand there. She's not 50 feet from me, but she doesn't notice me. Walking through the woods. Once she's out of sight, I jog up the trail to where she was standing. I see her strolling between the trees, smacking branches with... It's not a stick, it's a skeletal arm. She swings it around, stumbling through the forest in some kind of daze, her paper white butt jiggling as she walks. Why the hell did the...
Act 3.
Yes, third act.
We're on Act 3 now. Ghost Girl. Oh my god, this is the longest act of all of them.
Wait, do you want to see what she looks like?
Go on. Oh, is that the
Some
girl
dude
from the
made a
cover?
YouTube video about her.
There's
No.
a YouTube video.
Her name is... What's her name again?
We don't know her name yet.
Rabbit girl? I don't know.
Stacy? Oh.
We don't know it yet.
Fig.
Don't frickin' spoil the story, woman.
I know, right?
No, we read that earlier.
No, we did not.
Oh my god, whatever.
I'm waiting for the picture. I still gotta make up a voice for her, so...
Well, here.
This is gonna
Watch
be
like
awful.
10 seconds.
This is gonna be awful. What the holy shit is that supposed to be?
Fig.
Why does she have such a big muff? Look at that.
There you go.
I've
that's
not
what it looks
clicked on it. I don't know if I want to.
Oh,
So just imagine that.
Stop poisoning my innocent mind.
Oh my god.
She looks like a 40-year-old witch. I thought she's supposed to be the same age. This is a very bad fig. The Haunted Vagina is an amazing story.
Sure. No. Oh, are you reading comments?
Oh, look at... Oh, yeah. If you keep going along for like 5 minutes, then you can see who believes that's an amazing story. And then you
Oh, the
understand.
guy.
Yes.
I talked about it.
Then you understand the guys who read that book. Then again, we're also reading that book. Makes me question why we're reading that book. Anyway, Act 3. Should we leave it for another day?
Nope. Keep going.
Nope.
It's getting good.
Look how you had to pause there.
I
It's
was
like,
trying to I was
wait.
like, I can't think of a word.
It's getting good.
At one point, is this book good?
It's always good. It's like the best book I've ever heard.
Exactly.
Oh, bollocks to you, mate.
Do you want him to stop reading it?
I
No.
love it.
No.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
Enjoying every moment.
Keep reading, bitch.
Fucking hell. Okay. Fuckers. Chapter 3. Chapter 30. Act 3. Do I have to?
Please.
I follow the girl through the woods, keeping my distance. Her walk is very odd. It's like her footsteps don't have any weight. Stacy's right, she's like a ghost. There's still clacking sounds in the woods, echoing around me. It isn't just the girl hitting the trees as she walks. It must be the trees themselves. Or maybe something Stacy's doing from the outside. I lose her. She disappears in the trees ahead. Push forward, putting my hands in my jacket pockets to hide the gun. Up ahead, the clacking noises grow louder. I get to another dirt road. To the right, there's a bridge, and farther down, there appears to be buildings. I don't see the girl on the road in either direction. I pull out the camera and take some pictures. The bridge is wrought iron, with thick black wires twisted into spirals on the sides. It was once artistically designed, but now it seems melted, burned. It squeals at me when I step on it. Clacking noises are furious around me. I look over the side of the bridge into the crevasse. Skeletons. There are dozens of them down there, animated like that one that came out of Stacy in the bedroom. They race through the gravel towards me, staring up at me with hollow eyes, trying to climb the sides of the crevasse to get to me. I keep the gun in my pocket. Too many of them. If they can get out of there, I'd have to run. I wait to see what they do, but they just scrape at the sides of the rock wall, unable to climb it. Many skeletons don't bother trying, just wandering through the reddish moss. There are many bones down there, and pieces of bones scattered across the landscape. I take a picture of them, like they're animals on display in a zoo. One skeleton just stands there, watching me as I cross the squealing bridge to the buildings on the other side. What if the skeletons are eggs?
Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
And she was actually trying to give birth.
Yes.
Oh no.
Anyway, chapter 31. Food for thought.
Ugh.
You guys are making me scared to be a girl. I'm scared now. I'm like, what if fucking skeletons come crawling out? I'm scared.
Maybe you have
I
skeletons
start
in your
hearing
womb.
like whispers coming from down there. I'm gonna freak out.
Have you ever had a guy crawl through your fanny?
No.
Have you ever randomly just had a boyfriend crawl into your vagina? No?
Oh.
Well, then you have to worry. Yet.
Yeah.
A small
you
town
will.
up ahead. A village. Just as quiet and dead as the log cabin in the woods. These buildings are different. They seem to have been made by the same architect who built the bridge. Most of these houses are wrought iron. They look melted, twisted, and burned. The windows are curled and wavy. One of them is bubbled outwards. Even the doors and doorway are warped. Some are wide on the top of the frame, and they sit at the bottom, where they meet the door. Other doors are so distorted that you couldn't possibly open them. One building is without a door. I step inside. The insides are also black, crispy, and everything made of wrought iron. The floor, the furniture, there are chairs warped and twisted into curly designs. A table that looks like an egg with a broken yolk. There are shelves here, filled with dolls, just like the log cabin. The dolls are also black and warped, and they've been burned and turned to charcoal. I grab one. It's like hard metal. I don't think it's wrought iron, though. It's something else. In the next room, there are neat, melty black statues of people. Come on, man. If you write this, can you please not spell melty black statues of people like a retard?
Wait, what page is that?
Anyway,
68.
A mother
find it.
holding a child, the baby dripping through her arms like wet dough. A man in a rocking chair, his head ballooned and folding over. I take a picture of them. I go through the other buildings, and there aren't any people. Just distorted wrought iron statues of people, dancers with limbs stretched out like they were made of taffy. An old man with boiled skin like a leper. A little girl that has mostly become a puddle on the ground. I take pictures of all of them. The town continues on, up a winding hill. Ahead there are also sculptures of wrought iron trees, wrought iron benches, wrought iron fences. I take a picture of the road ahead, but I don't follow it. I think this has been more than enough for one day. I don't think I'm ready to explore any more of this world alone. Stacy's gonna have to find a team of explorers to accompany me if she wants to return.
The VT.
Dur, dur, dur. Dur, dur, dur. Dur, 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 dur. Before I get to the bridge, a soft breeze creeps down the road, carrying with it a woman's cries. I look back, and the cry is coming from somewhere in the town. Could it be the ghost girl? Follow the cries, listening. Stacy thinks that the ghost girl was her imaginary friend when she was a kid, or grown up, but do ghosts grow up? Maybe there are many ghosts here that look the way she does. Maybe Stacy's ghost friend is also here, somewhere, still a little girl. Up ahead, the cries turn to wails. I walk up the hill deeper into the town. The house is much larger up here. They are small, but 2 or 3 stories high. Their roofs stretched over the road above me like trees. I take more pictures. Cries are coming from one of these houses. I can hear them, coming out of a window. When I slam open the square metal door, the cries stop. I search the ground floor. It was empty. Statues and furniture. Nobody's here. I take the winding stairs. They are also melted and curly that I can hardly climb them, and so thin in places that I can only fit 1 foot on each step. I hear crying again at the top of the stairs. Not loudly, though, just gentle sobbing, coming from a bedroom at the end of a rolling hall. Peeking my head inside, there's a black statue of a child curled up in a corner, as if crying into his knees. I enter the room. In another corner, facing the statue, is the girl I saw in the woods, also curled on the floor, crying into her knees, still holding the skeletal arm she carries like a walking stick. I don't speak, just examine her as she sobs. Skin is corpse white with red splotches on her hands, feet, and chest. Short, cinnamon hair, and some weird pink horns growing out of her head like long, slimy tumors. This is how Stacy described her imaginary friend. The girl stops crying when she notices me, blinks a few times, then sits up. Now, the real thing begins where I have to decide what kind of voice am I going to give this fucking character.
Fucking horn girl.
Fucking horn girl.
Make it sound like creepy.
Explains
she
it
looks
in
like a
the
demon.
story.
Creepy,
You're alive?
she asks. Her voice goes sketchy. Yeah, I say. She kinks her neck and stretches her cheeks into a coy smile. Then she lunges at me.
Dun dun dun.
All I can picture is Carlos, like smiling like that.
Great, now
And,
I
like,
have
with-
to too.
With like horns like that.
You're alive?
I fall back, trying to pull the gun out of my pocket, but she catches me too quickly, wraps her arms around me, and hugs me as tight as she can. Alive, she says, just holding me for a while, rocking me back and forth. I don't know what to do but hug her back. Her skin is like latex, much more smooth than normal flesh, much squishier as well. She looks at me, flicks her eyelashes. Her eyes are cherry red.
I love your feel.
She says. caressing my cheek with her plastic hands. She seems so unnatural, but she doesn't look or feel like a ghost. Her eyes are very large, and her mouth is kind of small, more like a computer-generated cartoon character. She steps back from me, her footsteps weightless, her shadow looks all wrong. No, she's exactly like a CGI character. She's like Jar Jar Binks. Why come to me? Asks the girl. I open my mouth to speak. Did you come to play? Asks the girl. Sure, I say. She smiles. Her pointy eyebrows seem to be curled down, like she's angry or annoyed, even when she smiles. What's your name? She asks. Steve. I tell her, ew! She says, I hate that. I snicker, but she doesn't laugh with me. Just staring at me with her annoyed eyebrows like I'm the oddest thing she's ever seen. What's your name? I ask. Vic, she says. Nice name, I tell her. She looks in another direction for a while like she's forgotten I'm in the room with her. Can I take your picture? I ask. She's still forgotten about me. I take her picture. Looking to see how the picture came out on digicamera, she looks like a still shot from a video game. I've been wanting someone to play with, she says. Are you all alone? I ask. She makes a face at me like something smells funny. She takes me out into the street. There's a rock, she says to me, pointing at a tiny pebble in the road like I'd be interested. He's dumb. Home is better, she says. We walk further up the hill. Fig keeps talking to me in her creaky voice about the stupidest things. I fell down there, she says, pointing at a patch of dirt. That's mean, she says, pointing at a stick in the road. Those are funny, she says, pointing at a mushroom patch. I just walk with her, watching her unnatural footsteps and bouncy latex flesh. It looks like she could be Stacy's age, and seems pretty young. Early 20s. Maybe it's just her personality that makes her seem younger. She doesn't seem to need clothing. Her red feet don't get hurt against the ground. Her skin doesn't shiver when the wind picks up. She doesn't even seem to have nipples or pubic hair to hide. So why did that character have red pubic hair?
Right?
The fuck? That guy's just a pervert.
Somebody didn't read the story.
Anyway, carrying on. She didn't seem to have... I said that already. I take another picture of her because she doesn't have nipples or pubic hair. Do you remember someone named Stacy? I ask her, interrupting something about the different names she has for each cloud in the sky. She says, Stacy says I don't exist. You were friends when you were kids, though? I ask. Stacy's not my friend, she says, pouting. We continue up the road. The wrought iron houses become normal houses, and I pause to take another picture. The black metal stops halfway through the homes here. One half is wooden and perfectly constructed, and the other half is black and distorted. I point back and ask girl, what is that? That's the cancer, she says. Cancer? I ask. It took everyone away, she says.
It just got kind of deep.
The town ends at the foot of the hill, but the path continues. Where are we going? I ask. To dinner, she says. There are skeletons walking in the forest, clacking their bones against trees as they move. Friendly Zephyrins, she says to me. The skeletons don't pay attention to us, dancing in the woods like they're held up by strings. Big lives in the mansion at the top of the hill, a blue-violet dollhouse as big as a ski lodge. Everyone else lives there, she says. Big doesn't live alone in this world, as I suspected. There are other people here, living in the mansion. All old, she says. I can't play with any of them. They're just as alien as Fig, some of them more so. They all also like three-dimensional cartoon characters, and just like cartoon characters, they're proportioned oddly. Some have large gorilla bodies with tiny little legs. Some are thin with long noodle arms. She gathers them all to dinner so they can meet me. I sit down at the table next to Fig. There are a little over a dozen of them. Many of them couples, and all the couples look similar. The green spiky man and the woman look to be married. The yellow long noses look to be a couple. And even the older yellow long-nosed couple sits across from them. What? Same people? Okay. Probably their parents. What? Incest?
I think so.
Okay. Only one of them looks like Fig. An old woman sitting next to her with deep jowls. Probably her mother or grandmother. Everyone is very sluggish and droopy. All of them very old. I take pictures of them, then introduce myself, because normally, when you meet someone, you take a picture first, and then you introduce yourself. Logically. They look at me for a second when I speak, then look away. I don't understand you, Fig says. Only I talk like you. People speak under their breaths, mumbling. I can't even hear them. Fig speaks to them in their language. It sounds kind of like Chinese. I told them, Bushi ma wa shuer to your shore. You're my new playmate, she says. They all nod at me, talking in loud, crackling voices amongst themselves. After maybe 20 minutes of socializing, we are served by Fig's relative. Only we aren't served food. We're served crafts. The people get balls of yarn. Some get puzzles. Most of the people get dolls to paint. I get modeling clay. Fig sticks her tongue out at my clay, like it's gross. She's bouncing in her seat, excited to work on a painting. A skull that clatters as she's... What? Work on a painting? A skull... Work on a painting? A skull that What? She's
English,
bouncing in her
please.
seat, excited to work on a painting. A skull that clatters it... That chatters its teeth. Why? I don't... Okay, I'm gonna skip that line. I thought we were gonna have food, I ask her. She doesn't know what I'm talking about. Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Not you, noob.
Rude.
Anyway, sorry. Continuing on. We sit here for what seems like 3 hours before Fig's mum collects our crafts and takes them away. I tried to make a sculpture of a cowboy boot, but it wasn't turning out, so I just made an abstract spiky snake. Fig's relative looks like it's just something pornographic. Looks like it's something pornographic. All the people get up and out of their chairs and stretch, stepping away from the table. I slip away when they aren't looking. We go out on the porch. Take pictures of all the surroundings. From up here, I can see almost anything, everything. I can see the cliff we're at this world. It stretches all the way around us, like we're in a crater. The entire world is only about 20 square miles. I need to get back. Stacy's probably wondering why I'm taking so long. I try to get a hold on a walkie-talkie. Stacy, are you there? But it's still static. What are you doing? I hear Fig's creaky voice behind me. I turn around, putting the walkie-talkie behind my back. I'm leaving, I tell her. You're not leaving, she says. I need to go back to Stacy, I say. But we haven't even played yet, she says. I thought we just did, I say. She wriggles her nose at me. We just had dinner. I said I wanted to play after dinner. Dinner took too long, I tell her. I need to go now. But Mom said you could play with me forever if I want, she says. Maybe another time, I say. I turn and walk away from her. No! She shrieks at me. I keep moving.
That woke me up a bit.
Once I get down the Black Mill house, as I look back, she's following me, angry-faced, fist clenched. What a freak. I'm definitely not coming back into this world by myself again. Saffron, she cries out behind me. I turn around. She's facing the woods. Looking at the skeletons we passed earlier, they're coming out of the forest towards her. She turns and looks at me, burning red eyes at me. Skeletons come up behind her and stop moving. They seem to be at her command. Bring him back, she says. And the skeletons charge.
Holy shit.
I run. I could shoot the 5 skeletons chasing me, but it's easy just to run away. Flying down the hill as fast as I can, I hear crackling noises coming from the buildings I pass. The skeletons are coming out of the forest behind the houses. Up ahead, dozens of skeletal figures are coming from down the road towards me. I didn't notice it before, but the skeletons also look computer generated. Like they just came out of an episode of Hercules, a legend of legendary journeys starring Kevin Sorbo.
Nice.
They surround me in the road, and I take the safety of my pistol and charge into them, firing point blank at their skulls. When they get too close, bones explode into baking soda as I dart through. More of them coming out of the woods, dozens of them from all directions. They close in on me. I run out of ammunition and take the hunting knife from my ankle. I stab at one of the skeletons. The knife gets stuck inside of its nose hole. As I'm trying to pull it out, the skeletons grab my arms, wrap around my back, seize my legs. The knife falls out of my hand, and I'm picked up off the ground. Clacking noises all around me as they raise me over their heads, their rubbery bones cutting off the circulation in my elbows as they bring me back to Fig. Take him to mine, she says. Nobody will hear him there. She leads the skeletal crew into the forest, carrying me for what seemed like a mile. I struggle to free myself, but there's too many of them. Taken down into a field of orange flowers, stripped naked, and they throw me down in a mine shaft. I'm not too hurt when I fall. The ground is blubbery and I bounce off it like a trampoline. I'm about 30 feet down. There's no way to get back up. More like a well than a mine shaft. Fig looks down at me from the circle of sky. You're not going anywhere, she says, her voice even more scratchy and squeaky now. I need to go home, I tell her. I don't belong here. You have to play with me forever, she says. I need to get back to Stacy, I tell her. She'll forget about you, like she forgot about me. But I love her. She stares down at me for a while. Then she leaves. Getting deep.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Is everyone
Like
still
you-
awake?
Oh, I'm
I might have
listening.
to call it a day soon because I'm fucking.
You're
Like
what?
20 past 3.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's 20 past 3. You're gonna miss the ending of the story.
It's
How
only
far-
23
how-
pages.
Is that all we got left?
Yeah.
Alright, face it. Wait a sec.
There you go.
He just cracked open some Red Bull or something.
Continue.
I'm ready. Okay, fine. I wait for hours. She doesn't come back. I'm trapped. Standing here under the light from above. There's not nighttime or daytime in this world. It's just always in between. Like dawn or dusk without sun in the sky. I sit down and the ground is wet and fleshy. I rub my hand on it. Warm. Stacy's flesh. I must be at the bottom of their world. Where on earth meets her body? What the hell am I gonna do? What if I never get out of here? What if I never see Stacy again? I lie on my belly and embrace the fleshy ground to get closer to my love. My cheeks become wet with tears, or maybe it's just sweat rising out of the skin below me. I drift into sleep, absorbing the sound of Stacy's heartbeat vibrating through my entire body. Time passes. Seems like weeks. My skin is changing. Becoming rubbery. The redness of my fingertips is spread down to my wrists. My chest and feet are also red. Slimy balls are growing out the sides of my head. I'm becoming like Fig. I haven't eaten anything since my last energy bar, but I haven't been hungry or thirsty at all. I should have died of thirst by now. I believe my new skin is absorbing nutrients from the atmosphere. Stacy's body must feed this world in the way it would feed a baby in its warm womb. People don't need to eat or drink here. I've taken to talking to the ground as if it's Stacy. I tell her how happy I am to still be with her, even though we can't see each other. I'm sure she feels the same way. Comforting her lonely nights by knowing I'm still inside her, thinking about her. After my voice starts to get scratchy, I just speak to her in my head. I awake to a cracking sound coming from the back of my head. When a tearing sound in my spine, as if my flesh is being unzipped from my neck to my pelvis. I'm unable to move as my body opens up. My bones and muscles separate. Skeleton crawls out of me.
No way.
What?
I leap away, kicking at the creature scurrying across the sweaty ground. My body is lighter. I feel my back. The wound is already healing, but my insides hollow. My bones have become animated and detached themselves from my body. The skeleton squats down in front of me, examining my face, touching its own face with bloody fingers. It looks as confused as I am, wondering what it's doing outside of me. It doesn't have a brain or any vital organs. I'm not sure how it's able to function or think. I'm not sure how I'm able to function or move without any bones. But I am able to move. My body feels almost weightless. My fingers curl around my wrist like rubber snakes. My head is softer without a skull, but it feels as if something is there guarding my brain. A thin layer of cartilage, maybe. It feels firm but flexible, like a dolphin's back. The skeleton claws at my wormy toes like a kitten. No, I tell the skeleton. It clacks its teeth at me. Bad skeleton, I say. The skeleton wags its pelvic bone like a tail. After a couple of days of playing catch with the skeleton, training it not to bite my feet, trying not to move so much that the enormous wound on my back will fully heal, Fig finally returns. I'm completely like her now. Long, gooey horns, the white and red splotched flesh, the large eyes and small mouth, the bouncy latex skin. My movements are just as unnatural as hers, like I'm claymated or computer generated. You're like me now, Fig says from above. Her squeaky voice is like needles to my ear. You do belong here. She drops a rope down to me. You have to play with me, she says. No running away. I'll be good, I say. My voice is alien. It's just as squeaky as hers. My voice box must have been turned to rubber. The rope is easy to climb with my new lightweight body. I could probably even climb the cliff with ease. I look back to see the skeleton climbing the rope after me, chattering its teeth at my ankles. As soon as I get out, I'm gonna take off. I need to get back to Stacy. Hopefully she'll still recognize me when I come out. Hopefully I'll be able to change back. Halfway up, Fig says, Don't think you can run away. Good Zephyrons are guarding the bridge. Bad Zephyrons are under the bridge. I keep climbing. Skeletons aren't going to stop me. If I have to start cutting off Fig's fingers until she orders them to go away, I will. Even if I have to kill her, nothing is going to stop me from getting back to my love.
So this got pretty serious.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Outside of the mineshaft, Fig feels my new skin. I check it out myself in the new lighting. My nipples and body hair have disappeared. Where the fuck are my nipples gone?
Goddamn, my nipples.
My
The
beautiful
hair on
nipples.
my head, my beautiful pepperoni nipples.
Are you mittens?
Ad-libbing.
The hair on my head has grown in. I wonder if my eyes and hair become red. Stacy's going to freak out when she sees me. Let's go play, Fig says, like an excited little girl. She's such a sad, lonely creature. No wonder she's always been crying, weeping out of Stacy's vagina for the past 20-odd years.
What?
Sorry. Oh god.
Hold on. Oh, gee. Okay, here we go. There we go. That's better. Sorry. I had to adjust something really quick. I follow her through the field of orange flowers, just waiting for the right time to grab her. There aren't any skeletons with her, but that doesn't mean they aren't around. My skeleton follows behind us. But I'm not sure whether he's on my side or hers. This is going to be fun, she creaky says. What game do you want to play? I creaky say. She hops up and down at me. I go to grab her but fall over. The ground is rumbling. An earthquake. What's going on, I ask. Is this the one? She says, looking around. I watch the trees thrashing over us. Follow me, she says, just in case. We run up the hill, stumbling on the shaky ground, trying to get to the highest peak in the valley. We enter the mansion and go up to the roof, where all the other cartoonish people are standing. They are all looking in one direction, in the distance. Is this the one? Is this the one? Big yells over the rumbling. What the hell is going on? I stand up on the table to see over the crowd, to see what they're looking at. They are all looking towards the cliff where I came from, but there's nothing of interest over there. Wait a minute. Stacy's not. Oh.
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 Oh no.
No.
Wait, I've not got the text, so you've got to tell
Oh
me.
my god.
Oh, my heart broke just then.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe it.
Okay. Just
This is
do
not-
it.
A
Just
geyser
do it.
erupts out of the side of the cliff. A burst of white fluid, then another burst of white fluid, then another.
Oh,
She is. Stacy's having sex. I can't keep my mouth closed. Like an avalanche, the valley
Oh.
fills with some guys come. Some guys Stacy's cheating on me with. It's only been a few weeks and I'm still inside her. What is she doing? I step down from the table as the earthquake calms down. She didn't even use a condom. What the hell is she thinking? What if she gets a disease? She wouldn't have sex with me without a condom for months. After we've been dating. After she went to the doctor to make sure I was completely STD free. How could she? The crowd keeps staring off into the distance. This could be it, Fig says, pointing at the crater a couple miles away from the cliff. The lake of sperm is piling up across the landscape, flooding the trees, some houses. As the white gook enters the crater, the people hold their breath and look up at the sky. Watch for it, Fig tells me, pointing to the clouds. I look up. Clouds scatter as if wiped away by a rag, revealing a dome-shaped purple sky. Then the entire crowd leaps up with insane cheering as a pink film stretches across the atmosphere, covering it like a blanket. It happened! It happened! Fig cries. I don't have to ask to know what they're cheering about. I already know. Stacy's been impregnated. I drop to my butt and look away. My skeleton is in the corner, smacking spiders out of webs and chattering his teeth at them. I place my rubbery hands in my face. The tears feel foreign against my skin. Ha! Fig squints her face, pointing at me. You can't leave now. I wipe my eyes. I told you, she says. You're gonna play with me forever. Mom said so. She's never wrong. She's right. I can't leave. Not for a decade or two. At least. The impregnation carved the tunnel between this world and the other. We're no longer inside of Stacy's body. We're inside of her baby's. The opening on the cliff face has disappeared. I'm trapped here until the new one opens. Once Stacy's child is old enough to let me through, and even then, I don't know if my new body will be able to survive out there. I wander through the mansion, pacing the musty halls, ignoring the inhabitants, pushing Fig and my skeleton away from me when they try to follow. How could Stacy do this to me? Not even a single month has gone by. She's already sleeping with someone else. The one who forced me to come here. Why didn't she send someone in to look for me? Can't be right. She loves me. She would never do this to me. Maybe it wasn't her fault. Maybe she was raped, or maybe it was some kind of accident, or maybe the guy had volunteered to come into this world to search for me, but accidentally ejaculated while trying to climb through her vaginal tunnel. Or maybe the guy just never believed her about the world in her womb. Maybe just thought Stacey was some crazy chick and thought he could take advantage of her. You want to enter my vagina? Sure, no problem. Or when he was trying to climb inside, maybe Stacey just got swept up in the moment. She could have been so turned on as he tried entering her that they ended up screwing instead of saving me. That's something I always hated about Stacey. She's the type of person who always gets swept up in the moment. Whenever she's having a good time with her friends, she's always forget the plans she had with me. Whenever guys flirt with her, she always flirts back, even when I'm standing right next to her. I know she loves me, but sometimes her emotions blind her and carry her away. For all I know, she could have done it to tease me. Like Stacey to get turned on by the idea of having sex with a strange guy while I'm trapped inside of her. I'm sure that the idea would turn her on. I always hated her sick fetishes. How she sometimes liked to choke me or choke herself while fucking. She had some kind of neck fetish. Especially hated when she would lie on top of me and fuck my throat. She liked the feeling of Adam's apple against her clit. She liked to choke me with her thighs. Getting weird. She also made me hum while she was grinding on my neck so that my voice box would work like a vibrator. I want to leave her for sleeping with another
Now
guy.
back to the weird kinky shit.
I want to kick her out of my house. Tell her I never want to see her again, but I can't. I'll never be able to leave her as long as I live. I leave the mansion and stroll down the hill, trying not to look at the big clean sky. It reminds me too much of Stacy. After passing a few houses, I realize I'm being followed by a Fig. I stop and sneer back at her as she approaches, clenching my fist as if to punch her in the face if she gets too close. What? I yell. It's bright out here, she says, completely unfazed by my anger. She wiggles her nostrils at the air as if trying to smell the pink of the sky. Let's get out of the bright, she says, wandering into an abandoned lime greenhouse on the left. I watch her disappear into the house without looking back, and wait in the street for a while, staring back at my rubbery feet. She doesn't come back out to see what's keeping me. She's so odd. I decide to leave and continue down the road, but something prevents me from going. Something drives me to go into the house with Fig. Maybe I just don't want to go to the bottom of the hill. There are some skeletons down there and a neighborhood of black deformities. Not to mention there's an enormous lake of some guy's rancid cum. Maybe I have nothing better to do. Maybe I just don't want to be alone. I find her upstairs, squatting in the hallway. The shiny rump Sticking in the air, she pulls on carpet fragments. They like attention, she says. I realize I'm checking out her rump when I see my reflection in one of her white butt cheeks. I quickly turn away before she catches me. I pass her and enter one of the bedrooms. It is filled with 3 beds, 3 dressers, and a large window and chainmail curtains. A kid's room. We should play now, Fig says behind me. I shrug. Fig attempts to kiss me. Oh, this is gonna get fucking weird again. I turn my head away and she begins. Oh, fucking hell.
God damn it.
Come on.
Go on.
She begins sucking on my neck with latex lips. I push her away. What are you doing? Pulls me by the hand towards one of the kiddie beds. We're playing, she says. Her wormy fingers curl around my penis. It feels weird to say that about latex people.
I know, right?
Playing. This is not what she meant by playing.
So,
She
quick
slips
back.
her-
Are you struggling to read that bit, but everything else you've been
I
called?
don't know why. Yeah, it's weird. Now it's weird.
Everything that's happened, all right?
Now it's weird. Yes.
Jesus.
This is what she meant by playing. She slips her tongue into my tiny mouth as she fondles my squishy member into erection. Erection?
Erection.
You see how I'm?
Who's that dude? The Looney Tunes dude? That's exactly who you sounded like then.
Roger Wabbit got an erection on a Wednesday.
I'm gonna cry.
That was funny. Oh, it's too funny. I shove her away. No! She looks confused at me. But you're supposed to play. I don't want to play with you. You're not for her anymore, she says, rubbing my arms. You're for me. She knows I'm thinking about Stacy. Clench my fist, my face turning red in Fig's cartoon's eyes. I want to hurt someone. I want someone to feel my pain physically. I want to make someone pay for what has happened to me. As my rage builds, Fig watches me.
Keep reading. No stopping now.
As my rage builds, Fig watches me, masturbating at me. A vein in my forehead twitches as she wipes her greasy fingers across my lips and nostrils. Just like Stacy used to. Stacy always liked to see my reaction to the taste of her, to the smell of her, even though she knew it pissed me off. But Fig tastes different than Stacy. The flavor of roses, flower sweat. Her scent fills my lungs and gives my breath a fluffy texture. Something in my brain snaps, and I find myself lunging at Fig. I grab her by the elbows and squeeze her as hard as I can, trying to crush pain into her snake-like arms, then throw her to the ground as hard as I can. I pin her down and choke her the way Stacy used to choke me. I stop when I see her face. She's looking at me, confused, not hurt or scared. I'm not sure what I'm trying to do. I take my hands away from her throat and look at her away from her shame face. That's not how you do it, she says. Beneath me, I feel her grabbing my erection, pointing to her crotch. She rubs it against her slippery opening, her breath cold on my neck. She then grabs my butt with both hands and pulls me.
These latex people, though.
I know, right? Fucking hell. And pulls me into her. Inside, it's like hot jelly, or maybe rubber cement.
Oh, God.
She rises up to me
Jesus
with a
Christ.
crooked smile, gripping my hips and pulsing against me. Can I skip this section?
Nope. It's only 9 pages.
Fuck is this? We kiss each other with our tiny mouths, pressing against each other's smooth plastic skin. My rubbery penis pumps into her latex vagina, creating a loud, squeaky sound that echoes through the musty room. She doesn't have any nipples, but I still look at her breasts as if they were there. It doesn't seem to do anything for her, though. The sex feels far from human. More like... Are you reading that as well?
Come on, enlighten me.
Oh,
Oh God.
our sex was far from human. More like snail sex, or jellyfish sex, or Japanese anime sex. Our boneless bodies twisting into inhuman positions. It's incredibly strange, but it's also the best sex I've ever had. The orgasm ripples throughout my entire body like ocean waves under my skin.
No.
I don't even want to read that last bit.
I don't think I want you to read it either.
Wait, I don't know what it says.
Oh, don't make me read that.
I don't know, man.
I don't know if I want you to read it now.
I
think you're
feel
going
like
to read it.
I feel like it's important. I feel like it's an important fact.
I did.
It feels important. My testicles crack open and release 2 raw eggs that goo up my shaft into fig. She closes her eyes and leans back as the yolks sink deep inside of her. As the yolks pop, she lets out a sigh and curls her head deep into my shoulders, tears dropping down her cheek, pooling on my neck.
What the fuck?
His balls just went up and came, instead of sperm or semen, his balls fucking came out the end of his dick and inside the woman.
Yup.
What the fuck?
And they popped.
They popped, they cracked open.
I'm gonna say, for this book, that's pretty tame.
Fucking hell. I wake up after a short snooze. Big cinnamon hair in my face and a drool in my chest. We're hardly able to both fit in the kid's bed, but we're so twisted around each other that neither of us are in danger of falling off. I unpretzel myself and slip out of the room. Unpretzel, okay?
That's
the
no word.
Onto the back. Nope. Onto the balcony. The warmth, the bright pink sky glazes my face. This isn't a ghost world, just a beaten down, lonely world. Must have been around for centuries, getting passed from host to host, mother to door, generation after generation. I can't even begin to imagine how this place was even created. Perhaps it was created by some kind of cosmic accident. Perhaps it was bioengineered by some kind of Asian Frankenstein. Or perhaps it's some sort of evolutionary mutation. Perhaps a long time ago, for some reason, again in Asia, where Stacy was born, there was a village that had too many people but not enough food. Perhaps the situation went on for so long that evolution had to step in and do something about it. Perhaps a few mutant females were born, each containing fertile worlds inside of them, worlds that many of the villagers could move into, worlds where its occupants wouldn't need food or water, worlds that could sustain several villages. All that would be needed is to feed and protect the female hosts of the world. I look out to the blackened houses down the road. Big called it the cancer. Perhaps Stacy's mother had a disease that spread through her body, destroying her inside as well as the world within her. Perhaps she passed the world on to Stacy and gave birth to her before the cancer could destroy the entire world. Perhaps her mother died of the disease before she had the chance to tell Stacy about the secret place hidden in her belly. When she was adopted by her American parents and brought to California, Stacy was forever cut off from the truth. That is, if anyone still knows the truth. I'm pretty sure that the world was created so long ago that nobody really knows the truth anymore. Even the inhabitants of this world, after so many generations. The truth is probably being twisted, turned into myth. These people have been detached from the outside world for so long, they probably doubt it even exists. They probably know about they probably know as much about it as we know of heaven. I'm going to miss them, Fig says, stepping onto the balcony behind me. She's looking at the sky. I think she's talking about the clouds. She had names for all of them. She talks about them as if they're real people. They were my friends, she says, a tear on her cheek. I wrap my arms around her. I don't know why. It's ridiculous that she's crying over the loss of some clouds, but in a way I guess it's kind of cute. You're here though, she says. You're better. I wipe her cheeks with my thumb. Makes the sound of a windshield wiper.
So true.
Now all I can think about is the sound that they will make. You love me back, she says. I freeze at the world. Love. And step away from her. I never said I love you. We hardly know each other. But you changed for me, she says, petting my slimy horns, touching my skin. You're mine. I didn't want to change, I say. It just happened. It happened because you belonged to me. Wow, that escalated very quickly in the next
What
chapter.
the actual fuck? Yeah, seriously.
That escalated extremely quickly. Fig and I get married eventually. I'm in love with her now. Maybe even more than I ever loved Stacy. Her crackling voice drives me wild. Her big cartoon eyes entrap me for hours. It was written, Fig's mom says in her language, watching us move into the south wing of the mansion together. A long, abandoned section that, well, what are you going to do? You ain't got any semen anymore because your balls are living inside of her.
Probably should have duck.
They're just living inside of her.
Oh,
What if they like end up on one of her fingers and she just has to live with the nutsack finger?
Nutsack fingers.
Nutsack finger
Nutsack
for the rest of her days.
earlobes.
Yeah, fucking one each ear.
Exactly.
Anyway, what
Ball
was I
ears.
saying? Maybe we should just sneeze them out one day.
Oh, Jesus Christ. They get stuck out hurt so bad. They would just be stuck in your nostrils. It would look so ridiculous.
Anyway.
Sneezing balls are.
In her language, watching us move into the south and blah 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 blah. My mother-in-law's language is Thai, or some kind of language that was evolved from Thai. Been trying to learn it, but it'll take time before I can speak fluently. Big tries to teach it to me, but her attention rarely stays focused on one project long enough to accomplish anything. I'm not sure where she learned English. First I thought she picked it up from Stacy when they were kids, but I found some books written in English on some of the shelves in the mansion. Somebody who migrated to the world must have known English language at some point. Maybe Fig's father or uncle. It's difficult to get straight answers out of Fig sometimes. Definitely an odd one. But I love her so much. Love everything about her. This is the way Fig wakes me up in the morning. First, she goes outside for a walk. Once she comes back, she has a basket filled with something to give me. Usually a type of flower or bundle of rocks or snails. She'll put them on the blanket and some kind of design. It's always the same design. I don't know what it means. It's some Thai symbol, but I believe it means love. After that, she rubs the red tip of her nose against the red tip of my nose until I wake up and give her a kiss. If anybody would have done these things to me in the outside world, even Stacy, I would have been annoyed. But with Fig, they make me happy. She's so cute. Come to think that this guy is more of a psycho than Stacy was ever a psycho.
Yeah.
They're both fucking nuts, mate.
So
But,
true.
I think the reason I'm in love with her The reason I think she's so cute, because of what she's done to me. The people of this world are born with unique DNA. They're born of a species of one. Sometimes they match their parents, like Fig, but usually they're born completely alien from all others. When a female is within the vicinity of a male, she releases supercharged pheromones that alter the man's DNA to match her own. He will mutate into the male counterpart of her species, and they will become a species of two. I believe the pheromones also release chemicals into the male's brain that act as aphrodisiacs, because every time Fig and I are together now, I can't help but jump all over her. It's more than usual horniness I would get in the outside world. Some kind of deep, uncontrollable urge to mate with the only female of my species. Sometimes these feelings make it frustrating to be around Fig. Other times they make me happy, euphoric. They make me love life, love myself, and they especially make me love Fig above all else. Oh, Jesus Christ, that escalated even more.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Fig is pregnant. Her
What?
belly's, yes, pregnant.
Balls actually worked.
I guess so.
I don't know how the balls actually work.
So sorry, lads, we've got no testicle earrings.
Oh gosh.
Oh, jeez. Her belly stretched out like a water balloon. She smiles, squinting at the bridge of her nose at me as I put new logs on the fire to keep her warm.
Oh,
My
wait, so
skeleton.
there's someone pregnant inside someone pregnant.
Yep.
Yep.
No. Someone pregnant inside of a baby.
Oh, right, yeah.
Which is
That
inside
isn't-
someone who's pregnant.
Yes. The
Oh,
fetus
this is
inside a
so-
fetus inside a woman.
Oh my god.
This, oh, fuck this.
No, there's a fetus inside a woman inside a fetus inside a woman.
So does Fig have a world inside of her too?
Well, I don't think so, because she lives
Oh,
in the
God.
world. Actually, we're going to find out.
Is he gonna have to climb inside her vagina?
Oh Jesus.
Is he going to start a horrible
Vaginaception.
cycle where, yeah, vagception. The only way to know if you're still alive is if your skin is not rubbery. Right.
Oh, nice.
My skeleton is curled up.
Sorry,
on
I'm
the
still
right
laughing
next-
at Fadception.
Yes, we are. Vagception. Skeleton. Oh my god.
Sorry.
We are like 1 page away. 2 pages. 2
I'm
pages.
sorry. Okay.
It's nearly done.
Let's do
Nearly
this.
done, dude. My skeleton is curled up on a rug next to her rocking chair. Fig pets the back of its skull. Chattering teeth is like a kitten's purr. I dig through old crates, looking for interesting scraps for dinner tomorrow. In one of the crates in the back, I find the sculpture I made the day I met Fig and her family. I also find Stacy's digital camera and the walkie-talkies. The walkie still has batteries. I wonder if Stacy still has the other one. For weeks after she became pregnant, I tried contacting her on this, but there was always static. The tunnel to this world had been shut off, so I couldn't get anything through to her at all. Out of curiosity, I take the walkie to the roof, sneak away from Fig while she's basking in the warmth of the fire with her eyes closed. The snores of the old mutant people fill the house. I'm careful not to wake them. Outside, the sky is clear of clouds. I can see the outline of the baby's arm up there, waving down on me from the heavens. Stacy, speaking to the walkie. Baby's arm jerks in the sky. I repeat, Stacy, are you there? A few times. Just enjoying the landscape, breathing the fresh air, not expecting anybody to answer. But somebody does answer. It is distant at first, but hard to make out, but it gets clearer. Steve? The voice says. Stacy. The voice seems almost alien to me now. My voice must sound alien to her.
User joined your channel.
What?
User left your channel.
Who's that? The fuck happened there?
I don't know. You're almost
Anyway.
done.
Come on, we're so close.
Yeah, look, fucking hell on. I'm still here. I tell her, there's a pause. Steve, is that really you? Sounds so strange. I can hear her crying. I miss you so much, she says. I miss you too, I tell her. Think about you every night, she says. I kept batteries in the walkie-talkie just in case you ever wanted to reach me. I never gave up hope for you. Yeah. Why she fucked some guy only a few weeks after I went missing. How's the father of your child? I ask her. She pauses. I don't know, she says. It was just some guy I met at a bar. I was so upset I didn't know what I was doing. Sit down in a wicker chair. How's your lover? She asks, almost annoyed. Big? I ask. She's doing fine. We're pregnant. Could be due any day now. Same as you, I believe. She was my imaginary friend, wasn't she? She asks. From when I was a kid? Yeah, I say. She was so lonely, she says. Cries always calling out to me, begging me to send her somebody to love. She was always so sad and angry, but then, after you went inside me, there wasn't crying anymore. There was singing. She was happy. She was in love. My lips squeak as they rub against the receiver. I knew it, she says. I knew it when you didn't come back. You two had fallen in love and decided to stay with her. Hearing her happy voice day after day made me so jealous. Then it pissed me off. I hated you for what you did to me. I fucked the first guy I could find, hoping I would drown you two in his cum. I thought I did too. A voice stopped coming out of me. My vagina was silent. I felt horrible. I thought I killed you. I would have sent somebody in to see if you're okay, but it doesn't stretch anymore. I was hoping you were still alive in there. Inside of me. Yeah, I tell her. But the world isn't inside of you anymore. It's inside of your baby. I want to see you again, Steve, she says. I don't care how long it takes. Maybe you can come out of my daughter when she grows up. You can be with me again. I'm not
What
exactly
the fuck?
human anymore, Stacy, I say. I don't think I can return to that world. Oh my god. The next
No.
line. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I don't think I can return to that world. Then I'll come to you.
What?
Stacy, say, I loved you more than the whole world. But I've got a responsibility here. I've got people that need me. I've already moved on. You know, she says, I've married. I have a family coming. I say, I know, she says, but... Pauses. Are you happy? She asks. Yes. I'm very happy. I just want you to be happy, she tells me. I am, I say. She cries into the walkie. Stacy, I say. Yeah? I'll always be with you. Continues crying, and the walkie cuts out. I think she turned it off, or maybe threw it across the room. That's another thing I always hated about Stacy. She always cut me off in the middle of a conversation for the sake of being dramatic. The book is completed.
What the fuck did I just
What,
listen to?
I've wasted about 3 hours of my fucking life.
I will
Freaking
tell
laugh.
you till the day I die after this.
Shit.
I'm never gonna forget this. I'm scarred.
Yeah,
We've been here for 3.5 hours.
Look, do not pretend you didn't fucking enjoy it.
No, I
Okay.
totally got into this,
Towards
especially at the
towards
end.
the end, you forget that they're in that girl's
Yeah,
fanny.
you start to forget that they're in the vagina still.
You forgot about the whole skeleton, the basketball.
Yeah, pretty much. The
And you're just
basketball.
like, oh, he's just finding love with this girl who's probably just a bit crazy. And then,
Okay.
oh wait, they're in a fanny. Oh.
Oh yeah, they're living in a fanny.
Well, I didn't hear the first 40 pages, so I don't know anything about that. But
Oh wait, oh you have to go back and
Oh
listen
right,
to
yeah.
The first 40 pages were the best.
it. That's where all their banter is.
Oh yeah.
I think I offended my
Because then it got
girlfriend
serious.
because she told me. She said, "Yo, Skype me." I said, "I'm listening to this guy read a book." What book? I told her. And
Wow.
she's like, "What?"
You legend. You legend.
Well,
That
he
is
ain't gonna have
too
a girlfriend no
awesome.
more.
I'm listening to a guy read The Haunted Vagina, babe. Come back later.
So just hang on. We're almost done.
And
She asked
afterwards,
me
I'll
what it was
climb
about.
inside your vagina.
What did you say?
I told her like about the skeleton and what he was doing and everything. And she's just like, "Well, okay then."
Okay.
You're not gonna have a girlfriend when you wake up in the morning.
Probably not.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Too good.
That was an interesting book.
That really was.
yo, let's read the next one.
Oh my god.
That means I got to do whole new voices and new characters and shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, I thought reading Cannibal Corpse lyrics was bad. Then I heard this.
No, if you were to do one, it would have to be razor wire pubic hair. Just because of the
Because of
omnipresent.
the vagina who could speak to the universe.
Yes,
Who knew
exactly.
all the secrets of the universe.
That's exactly why.
Wait,
Oh
that
my
was
fucking.
Be funny as
razor
hell.
wire pubic hair. What the
Did
fuck?
Jess die? What happened to Jess, by the way?
I don't know what she's doing.
Which one's Jess?
Which one's Jess? The only female
The
that's in
only
here?
female in here, yeah.
Oh, so I thought the main character was called Jess.
Oh.
No, no.
Because
That'd
I
be
think for
weird.
about 5 minutes I fell asleep. And you're like, oh, we got
So
20
you missed
pages
the whole
left.
character in those 5 minutes.
I don't know, but yeah, Jess seems to have. It's her idea, isn't it?
She told me to read 2 pages, and I read the whole fucking book.
Oh, fucking thing.
I read 105 more pages than I should have.
Right?
Oh my. Oh Jesus, fuck a duck. Oh.
And he got
Christ.
everything on fucking tape.
Oh yeah, I'm still recording. Oh shit.
Adios.